Welcome back to another episode of F&S Podcast. This is Matt.
What's happening? It's Josh in the building.
Oh yeah, we back. So today we're gonna be talking about the USA as far as the Olympics, basketball, then fixing my squad. What's the teams of that?
We got Brooklyn, Toronto, Houston, and Utah. Pretty much this rounds out the teams that did not make the play-in tournament.
All
right.
The worst ones.
I mean, well, you got a couple of teams on here that, they got somewhat of a future.
Who?
Houston got a future.
Oh yeah, Houston. We was just talking about that off cam actually.
Yeah, Houston got a future. I don't know how to feel about Toronto. I feel like Toronto can have a future, but they
come on.
They a little bit further away though.
Cause they got Quickly, they still got Barrett, right? RJ Barrett.
They got Scotty Barnes.
That's not a future.
Well, I'm worried about what they gonna do around like the 4 and the 5 spot. Cause right now what they got is not good enough.
Okay, we're gonna touch on that. So let's talk about this USA Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Now your opinion on them.
Well, let's just look at the roster first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of Team USA and who you expect to be representing the country or whatever, do all of these dudes fit the bill?
In the past.
Who doesn't fit the bill right now?
Now.
Just take age out of it and take how they playing.
Age out of it?
Yeah, if you take age out of it and you just take how they playing right now currently in the NBA, who don't fit the bill?
Drew. He got to go. Halliburton. I don't feel comfortable saying that because
you think so?
We talk about fitting the bill, right? I mean,
because you're supposed to be sending the best, and I feel like Halliburton was the best point guard in the NBA last year.
Okay, well,
if you talking traditional wise, now if you want to talk like guys that's like listed at point guard, but like they got more skills than him, then yeah, he doesn't fit the bill. Like you can, like Dame didn't make the team, Steph is on the team.
Which I'm confused with some of these selections. You know what I'm saying? But I'm confused because I just don't understand. Like, so the guards, you got Devin Booker, Seth, Ant-Man, Halliburton, Drew, and Derek White. Derek White shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
He automatically shouldn't be there. I'm sorry. But for whatever reason, Jaylen Brown is not there. Jaylen Brown can take Kevin Durant's spot because he's hurt.
Right.
Joel is obviously laboring. He shouldn't be playing at all. I don't know what Philly on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Clippers told Kawhi to come home.
Right.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna do this.
Right.
So let me see. So
I mean, well,
Derek White shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Drew shouldn't be there.
Right.
We talk about representing the U.S.
Right.
I'm not disrespecting these players. I'm not. So if we go to the forwards, well, I mean, Kawhi is gone. So either LeBron and Durant, Tatum's. Well, I guess he would have to be there because he's a champion, right? I guess all of them can stay.
Right, but you picked him over the Finals MVP.
You know what that you already know what that's about.
I mean, we should just talk about the politics behind this. There is some belief that Nike has a big influence on what this roster looks like and what is.
Yeah, because out the guards, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kyrie should be there instead of Drew.
Yeah.
You could say Kyrie should be there over Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. Now, like I said, if you want somebody that's going to be willing to dish and pass the rock in every moment of the game, there's no better point guard in the league right now than Tyrese Halliburton at that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to talk about individual players at that position's ability to score and whatnot and their skills, Tyrese Halliburton should be waiting until 2028.
Right. Yeah, he got time. That's what I'm saying. So it's like Ant should definitely be there. I mean, the concrete names, in my opinion, who should be representing the U.S. is Drew, Derek White.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Drew and Derek
White.
Joel Embiid, KD.
Well, Joel Embiid ain't even from the U.S.
No, but they got him on the team,
so he shouldn't be there just off principle.
But you know that, I mean, well, for the Olympics, they allow, I think, a maximum of 2 players on your roster that's not from your country, because that's how Serge Ibaka was able to play for Spain back when they had the Gasol brothers.
Played for Spain?
Yeah, he played for Spain. Back when they had the Gasol brothers, Serge Ibaka was playing.
Why was he playing for Spain?
Well, just like I said, each country allows 2. I think at that time, I think it was maximum 2 players on your roster.
What ties we got to Spain?
We don't got no ties to Spain, not that I know of. Not as far as players, but they can be like, yo, you want to play for us, I guess. Because how else he gonna end up on that roster?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what ties? Like, I mean, did he play overseas there? What? I mean, like
I said, I mean, you don't technically have to be a citizen of them, I guess. I mean, I have to look up those rules to verify this, to see what it is, for real. But at that time, I remember seeing something about that. Like it was like each country was allowed to have, I think, two players on their roster that wasn't from their country to play for their country.
Well, that don't make sense. Bam Adebayo shouldn't be there. There's a few dudes that shouldn't be there. Like the concrete dudes, I only got a few that I'm looking at that's concrete. Bam, you said Joel. I question Tatum, but he a champion, so I just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
KD.
Drew, Derek White, KD shouldn't be there?
KD?
Outside of injury. You said not age.
Well, I mean, injury ain't age.
That's a trick question, dog.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking because age, I put that in unison with injury. You know what I'm saying? Because they both play hand in hand.
Yeah, but you don't have to be old to be hurt.
All right, so with injuries in play, almost the whole roster should. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be honest, so I mean,
you got Joel Embiid been injury prone for the past couple of years. Anthony Davis had his most healthiest season in a while last year, and every year before that was like he missing like 30-40 games.
He shouldn't be out there at all.
Right.
Or Joel Embiid.
Kevin Durant with his injury history,
he shouldn't be there.
Out there.
And his injury is actually more serious than they want to say.
Right. Bron, I ain't gonna say he's necessarily injury prone. He did sit out a lot of games, but I think that was on some rest stuff more than like him actually being hurt. Because the last time I remember seeing Bron actually hurt was when he first got to the Lakers.
Do you think he should be playing, dog? Are you cool with Bron playing in the Olympics and having to play a full season after this?
It depends, man, because if you JJ Redick and you're gonna be smart about this, you're not gonna be heavily reliant on Bron anyway.
But come on, man.
But you shouldn't be. This is what I'm saying. If you're not gonna be heavily reliant on Bron for your season, then go ahead and play. But if you're gonna be looking at Bron like, all right, dog, we need you. Like, we need you to be like.
Who on that team you gonna look at besides him and Ant that you could really rely on, dog?
This is where you're gonna have to develop everybody else. Look, we just looked at Connect.
Connect fire, but he got, listen, Connect, I like Connect. I almost looking at this, Connect and Reed Shepherd should have been the 1 and 2 picks. They should have been picked 1 and 2. Right. I know since they white, y'all probably like whatever, but I mean, Connect, from what I seen.
Well, because now it looks like maybe the first 2 picks, the other cat from the 2 cats from France, Sar and the other guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Mm-hmm. That's on some potential stuff. Because if they can reach their ceiling, then they can probably be better than Connect and Shepherd. Because when you look at Connect, based on what we just saw, how much better do you think he can be?
He can get better, dog. Because I'm going to say this. He already got the shot down.
Right.
So once he built that strength up, you got to understand, if he work on this game to handle it, get better, that strength to get better, his defense to get better. He could be a solid two-way dude.
Right. So my next question then is, say he reaches his peak. Is his peak higher than SARS and the other guys? If they reach their peak.
I'm gonna give y'all an unpopular opinion. Yes. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say why. Because for what I seen from SAR and that other dude, just because you 7'1", everybody not Wemby.
Personally,
everybody not Wemby.
Personally, like, you can make the argument that maybe Edie got a higher ceiling than them. So like right there, that's Canada, right?
Yeah.
Number 5, Mfiondu Kabengele.
The big dude.
Yeah, the one that was the one with the ball. The one with the ball. Kabengele. He came out of Florida State. I don't remember him being Canadian. I think he like straight African.
Yeah, he look at.
But like he playing for Canada.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. I need to know this because it don't even make sense. But as far as like, from what I seen from Connect, dog, I seen the dude that was physically ready to play in the league. He had the shot. He had the confidence. Yes, he needed to be polished up some. But with some work, he could be a cold dude. Like I said before, when it comes to, you could be as good as you want to be. All you got to do is get there.
Right.
Once you get there, it's really up to you how you improve.
Right.
You got access to the gym all day, all night. You got access to coaches all day, all night. Anything you want to improve on, you can.
Access to trainers, access to all that stuff.
So the whole thing of allowing somebody else to tell you your ceiling, that's your fault. Right. So what I seen with Connect, if he actually lock in, he can be cold. If he lock in, it takes a lot of work. Will he? That's the question.
What he becomes with Redick and them.
I would have probably took him number 1 though. Out of everybody I seen, I'd have took him number 1.
6'6", 212.
He running through folks. He play physical. He could shoot the rock. I mean, hey. And Reed Shepherd, I mean, same thing. He not as physical, but Reed Shepherd.
No, but he a sniper from the perimeter. He a sniper. And for anybody that watch basketball, if you haven't learned anything, one of the things that you should learn is that if you can shoot the rock, you're going to have a prolonged career.
Yep, and them two, I see long careers. That's why I said ceiling. His ceiling to me look like it could be a long ceiling.
Now, is his ceiling tier 1 dude in the NBA ceiling? Or is his ceiling longevity tier 3 guy? Because if the first 2 dudes can live up to being the tier 1 guy, then technically they made the right decision. It's just going to be when will they reach that ceiling?
There's this dude named Danilo Gallinari who was dope, who don't really get talked about like that.
But
I think I could see him on that Danilo Gallinari tip. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem, but it will be a problem if the guys that you could have picked ahead of him reach their ceiling and they turn out to be something special.
What's the ceiling you see of these dudes?
Well, I'm not saying I see a ceiling, but apparently they do. Apparently they do. Like, to me, Sarr looks like another version of Nerlens Noel.
Is he that? Is he even that? Because Nerlens Noel was actually all right. He just got buried. He played. There were some pretty decent centers around when he was around.
Right.
So I mean,
I don't know. I can't say because I mean I didn't see nothing very impressive. I ain't seen nothing very impressive at all. I don't know. What year did Gallinari get drafted anyway?
Oh, he been in the league for a minute, dog.
Yeah, he been in the league for a
minute, dog. Let's see, cause he's 35. Let me look at his. I'm trying to find his. What's the name? He got drafted in 2008.
2008.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
in the 2008 draft class, Gallinari. Shoot, where he at? He was pick number 6.
Mm-hmm.
In front of him, so that was a Derrick Rose draft. Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley, O.J. Mayo, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, then Danilo Gallinari.
It's not a bad draft, though.
No, not at all. Not at all. So the issue is everybody could clearly see the first 2-3 dudes in that draft. We was like, we know him right there.
Danilo wasn't cold to you?
No, in his NBA career, Danilo was cold.
Yeah.
But Danilo was like constantly that third option.
So let me ask you this. With the Lakers picking Connect in this draft and he ended up in the Gallinari, that's a bad pick?
No, it's not a bad pick. No.
Because I don't see any Gallinaris up in this. I'm just being honest.
No, but what I'm saying is if Gallinari is his ceiling and he reaches that, and say the other dude was a small forward, right?
I'm trying to understand the other because the ceilings, I'm not hearing the ceilings from these people. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, they only on some stuff like you know, like you said, it's a certain type that they drafted.
They going for an archetype ever since the Wemby situation and Chet. Well, it started with Chet.
Really, this started with Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, okay, so we got Kristaps.
Yeah.
Okay, and mind you, what's the thing with all these tall dudes? Injuries.
Yeah, injuries.
All of them. All feet and leg injuries. So I don't believe that these dudes gonna last long because evidence show it doesn't. George Mirasan, Yao Ming, all of them. What's my man Bradshaw? Bradley? Sean Bradley?
Right.
They didn't last all that long, man. They too big and too long. Like, your limbs aren't meant to do this. To do all them cuts, stop, pops, and all that. It's not meant for that.
Right.
So I don't see long careers for these dudes. But Connect and Reed Shepherd?
Yeah. Shepherd looked like a little bit of a better version of J.J. Redick.
Reed Shepherd?
Yeah. Like, because, I mean, he's not as big as J.J. Redick, but, like, J.J. Redick, like, you seen that little bit of handle that Reed showed. Mm-hmm. JJ ain't had no handle like that.
Yeah, he only had, like, one hand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, maybe not shooting-wise he'll be better than J.J. Redick, you know, because J.J. Redick was a sniper himself.
Yeah.
But Reed, see, like...
See, I just threw some Reed Shepherd highlights on right now. You know what I mean? Kentucky. So, we're looking at Reed right now. You know what I mean? Reed, he got some bounce to him, too.
Right, yeah.
He got a little bit of bounce to him.
You wasn't getting that with J.J. Redick. Neither.
Did you need it, though?
No. Technically, you don't need to be able to dunk the ball at all to be a great basketball player, but it's just something that adds to it. Because when you have a physical imposing force that can get up and slam that thing down, that is going to be physically intimidating to the defense. There's a reason why Zion, when he does play, he impacts the game in a big way.
Right.
Because he can... Ain't nobody trying to jump in contest with Zion when he get up in the air. That not too many people is.
Right.
At least not in this league. Mm-hmm. Maybe in like a couple of eras in the past, you know, when you had Ben Wallace and everything like that, you know, he'll meet him at the rim and he'll show him what it is.
Zion's a strong dude.
No, I hear you.
I'm not saying Ben can't stop him. I'm just saying that's a strong dude.
No, you're right. But the fact that Ben went up against Shaq, I don't see why he wouldn't go up against Zion either.
No, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, Zion's a strong dude.
Yeah, he is. So, I mean, but that's why I'm saying, like, the dunk, it's more than just 2 points.
Is it?
Because it can mentally get to the defense a little bit.
Mentally weak defenses.
True, but, like, when you, like... A guy that can raise up, especially from distance, a guy that can raise up, that means something. There's a reason, you know, Jordan with the Air Jordan, Sean Kemp, Dominique Wilkins, all them dudes. Like, given not every last one of them won, but when it came to playing against them, they brought a different type of headache for a reason.
I don't think, see, Vince Carter, right? He can shoot and put it on the floor, step back,
you right,
pull ups. So I'm gonna let Vince dunk. I don't want him shooting threes on me. Go ahead. Do your thing, 360, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because Vince had the total package.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, his handle wasn't elite, but it was good enough.
It was better than what people advertised.
Right.
But just read separate guy. First of all, we drifted all the way off of the Olympics.
Already.
But I mean, the Olympics, I'm gonna say this to close out that Olympic talk because
hold up.
There ain't really much to.
Before we do that, because we identified the players that technically shouldn't be on the roster. So if we do that, then we need to identify replacements.
Okay.
Guys that should be taking their spots.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just go down the list here.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with I don't think there's anybody on Portland.
Oh, you're going through the rosters, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just be
go ahead.
Straight up.
Yep.
Nobody on Portland, nobody on San Antonio.
So let me ask you this: so you don't think Scoot can play in the Olympics and do a little something?
Not right now. Scoot got to show you that he can consistently get busy in the NBA.
No, Simons. You don't think he can come in and do a little something? Simons can do something.
Simons can, but like.
Because we talking about putting the young dudes out there. See, and I think...
I don't think that the Olympics is just a young guy game because remember the USA used to do that. They used to send the young kids out there to play against them, and that's what made them do that dream team thing because they was like, oh yeah, these kids, they going up against grown men and they...
Yeah, no, I got you.
So I mean, it's not just a youth thing for me. Okay. Now, personally, I would like to have the younger star players in the league dominate the roster, but the condition of the NBA right now kind of limits that. So Simons, he cold, but he ain't cold like best of the best Olympics cold.
And Derek White is?
I ain't say he was. I mean, I can think of some dudes right now. I mean, I think Chris Middleton would be better fit for this than Derek White. But, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, Memphis, that's a Ja forgiveness situation.
Meaning, break that down. Forgiveness meaning what?
Meaning that Ja has damaged his reputation so much and he's hurt the NBA image with his last couple of things that he's gotten in trouble for, to where it's kind of like they would have to be on some like, we really forgive you in order for you to represent our country type of stuff.
Is it okay? So is it worse than okay? All right. So so obviously, this is the thing. We got the Jaylen Brown and Kyrie stuff. Why they don't play? Right.
That politics with Nike.
So the politics. So which one would you rather? Would you rather have the Ja or the politics playing? Because you got the politics of them being. I don't know what the deal is with Jaylen Brown personally. Well, I know the Kyrie anti-Semitic stuff.
Personally, right now, well, let's just say this about that too, real quick. Kyrie is not anti-Semitic.
No, I'm talking about what they think. I'm not saying what, you know what I mean?
All right, okay.
I'm not, I know what's up, but you know.
I would say I would rather have Ja.
Okay.
Because I think Ja is better than both of them right now.
Huh?
Not skill-wise, impact on winning. Oh, you said Ja? Yes.
Better than Kyrie?
Look at what Ja's doing with that roster. And he had them top 3 in the West. Like, Kyrie is better skill-wise, but Kyrie...
What's your thing against Kyrie, man? What is your issue with Kyrie, man? Like, no, you got an issue with Kyrie, man. No, you have some sort of issue. Tell me. Just say it.
Okay, so I don't got no issue. I'm just going based off of what he's proved in the NBA so far. Okay? What team has Kyrie led when he was the top dog to success? And when I say success, I mean, what team has he led to the playoffs?
This past run means nothing?
He's not the head of the snake.
Listen, man, like you can make
There's
that
a
argument.
difference in roles between playing Batman and playing Robin, right?
Okay.
So Kyrie clearly, in his best winning years, he's been Robin.
So with Ja Morant, was you looking at Memphis or they going to the finals with Ja as the Snakes?
Nobody is.
I'm talking about the teams before this, like because they had a better roster before this a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying when they had not Marcus Smart, but before who would they have? They had Slow-Mo in them. Memphis was doing dirt. Did you feel like they was going to the finals?
No, but you couldn't sleep on them because you knew that Ja was going to do something crazy and spectacular.
I love Ja. Spectacular don't win games.
I don't know, man. He's won a lot of games being spectacular. Like Kyrie's spectacular is really great, but like
everybody needs help, man. Like
I hear you.
Everybody needs help.
Oh, okay. So when Kyrie was the head of the snake for that Boston team, they made it to the finals without him.
I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Okay, and then
didn't they have Jaylen Brown and Tatum there too?
Yeah, they had Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Scary Terry was over there.
Had a squad.
Yes, they had a squad.
Elite.
He couldn't lead them to the finals. He couldn't lead them nothing. He was messing up the chemistry in the locker room over there.
We've talked about this before. If folks ain't on the same page, that destroys everything.
Right.
So,
but are you going to tell me that they didn't have a point?
Meaning?
They didn't need him to get there.
I'm not saying they needed him. I didn't like the Boston move.
Well, I mean, that wasn't his choice. He got traded.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, I didn't like him going there.
Right.
Because they was already straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already had their thing going on and he came in there. Sorry.
Oh, okay, so let's take that away.
Yeah.
So, Kyrie, the first couple years in his career, he was drafted by Cleveland.
With DeJuan Wagner and all that.
DeJuan Wagner and all that. But when he was there, they was constantly drafting first overall in the NBA after that. Does that mean anything? Him and Dion Waiters, they shouldn't have finished higher than what?
Now listen. I'm not saying that you false in this.
Okay.
Because I look at my dog Cade. Cade, what's his third year now? He going his third year, right? Or is it fourth?
It should be his third.
Third. Didn't do nothing. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie, that was his first few years. We all know DeJuan Wagner. Not DeJuan. It wasn't DeJuan Wagner. It was somebody else. I keep getting that name mixed up. It wasn't DeJuan Wagner. It was, who was the two guard with him?
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters. I always get them mixed up. So
Waiters actually showed that he could hoop a little bit.
Nah, man.
In the league.
No. Dion Waiters, no.
A little bit.
No.
A little bit. He's no.
Dion Waiters. You know what's up with Dion Waiters, man. Stop playing, dog. Like, you're not about to sit there and act like Kyrie had a cold running mate.
No,
Dion Waiters.
Ja got a cold running mate?
Dog.
Who's Ja?
I'd rather have Bane than Dion Waiters. I swear to God, dog. Dion Waiters? Come on, tell me what's so cold about Dion Waiters? He think he Dwayne Wade, you know what I'm saying? And he's not. No, tell me something good about Dion Waiters, Josh. Let me hear it. Go ahead.
He played hard, bro.
What's he called at? That's a good 2 outs and a half. He would mess the game up for you. You got Kyrie and Dion Waiters. Terrible backcourt. I can tell you that right now. Terrible backcourt. Because Dion Waiters feel like he should be the man. And you know that.
No, I hear you, but it's not like Dion Waiters was out here skillless. Okay.
Dog, it don't matter. He think he's supposed to be the man and he not.
But what's the difference between that and Kyrie thinking he a leader and he's not?
With Dion Waiters, that's a bad recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, you have to...
Kyrie being the top dog seemed to be the bad recipe
but listen. When you got him with a good team, they go to the finals. He had Brian, finals, and showed out in the finals.
But he
even went to the finals with Luka, dog.
But you
a ball hog.
But you missing the point that I'm saying here.
What?
Both of those scenarios, he's not the head of the snake. He's the Robin in that situation.
Do you have to be a head of the snake to be an all-time great?
Do you
have to be?
No, but when you want to compare somebody who was only great at being Robin versus somebody who showed that he's great at being the Batman, it's two different levels of responsibility.
Do you win a championship with Ja as head of the snake?
You could. but you gotta, the team that he got now, with Bane constantly developing, maybe, I don't know. The one that they need to get up out the building is Jaren Jackson. That's the one that they need to get up out the building. They're gonna hate not having Steven Adams there.
Ja has work to do before he win the title as a head of the snake, dog. And I ain't even talking about off-court stuff. I'm talking about on-court, because Duncan only lasts for so long. We seen that with D-Rose.
Yeah, you're right. I did say that Ja needs to, develop a more consistent jump shot, because it's not like he can't shoot at all. Like, it's just that he's not the same force from the perimeter that he is driving and rising up over people.
Is he better than Anthony Edwards to you?
No. He's not better than Anthony Edwards, but we see what Anthony Edwards can do with a team when he's the head of the snake. I mean, he's doing that with Cat and Rudy Gobert.
2 trees.
That's all they is. They just tall.
If you swap Ant and Ja, do they do the same thing? If you put Ja on that Minnesota roster, do they do the same thing?
I think you get pretty close to that. I mean, given that Anthony Edwards is a better shooter from there, but you talking about 2 guys that's playing 2 different positions now. Because
you said we playing positionless basketball. So
that's the way they play now, but the teams that make it far, they have a structure and they understand who plays what role here.
Right.
So Ja would have the ball in his hands almost all the time. Mike Conley wouldn't be as needed with Ja in the picture. Ja would have to have a different guy at the 2. Whoever that would be. Because you can't just play you can't just play the game, let's just swap these players straight up with the same given teams, because they would have built the team differently around each one of them.
So that goes what I said about Kyrie then. You have to build a certain team around Kyrie. You just proved my point here.
Okay, so let's go back to it then. What happened with Boston?
They already had their thing going on.
You
already know how that goes.
But at the same time, you was coming in here thinking that you was going to be the OG teaching the young ones how to play and all this other stuff. Then you get... And then not just that, like, you got your fair share of,
From what I heard about Jaylen Brown and his attitude, I'm going to just say this because we heard about it. I could see him not listening to Kyrie anyway. I could see that. There's murmurs about folks not liking this dude, man, because he feel like, he the truth like that.
Well,
so I can see that being a problem. I don't know. You know what I mean? You got...
Well, see, here's the thing about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown been a dog ever since he came into the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay? Jaylen Brown, when Kevin Durant first went to Golden State,
yeah,
Jaylen Brown wasn't scared of KD. He wanted to go at KD. So that comes with being part of the dog. You can't be a pit bull here and then a chihuahua here.
But let me ask you this. When you get to this level, I don't expect you to be soft. You supposed to feel like you the truth. That's the thing.
Right. But okay, so then what Jaylen Brown does is it shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be, but we dealing with human beings here with egos. So it becomes a clashing. So
I hear what you're saying.
I mean, and then Kyrie and
listen, look. I don't know how we got here, but anyway.
Because you said Ja Morant better than Kyrie.
Right now, yeah. I would say, yeah, Ja Morant. I mean, especially the way Kyrie finished off with them finals performances right there.
Terrible finals. I agree.
Not just finals, terrible playoffs. It wasn't up to Kyrie standards. The normal Kyrie standards.
I agree.
So, me personally, even though they haven't won, there's not one playoff game where Ja Morant's on the floor and he ain't popping off in the Ja Morant-like fashion. Can you say that?
And Ja Morant fashions, flying dunks and all that type of stuff, right?
That's how he wins. And not to mention that Ja, he plays team ball.
You would agree Ja have to change that up to win the championship, right? He's going to have to play more of a controlled brand of basketball to win a title. You would agree with that, right?
I would agree with that if this was the past era of the NBA. Because in this era of the NBA, you can get away with a lot of stuff that you wasn't able to get away with in the past. Look, we talked about this before. There's a reason why Jalen Brunson can do what he does.
Oh, Jalen Brunson.
I'm dead serious. There's a reason why Jalen Brunson can do what he does. And that's because it's this NBA that you can get away with stuff like that. It's this NBA. This NBA. Yeah, so if Jalen Brunson can get away with that, I have no reason to believe that Ja can get away with what he does and be able to potentially win a championship.
Listen, I like Ja. Ja, my guy. I rock with Ja hard body, so I'm not disagreeing. But I'm just saying, you have a personal. I don't know what it is with Kyrie.
You can't act like. Well, look.
I don't know what your issue is, man. Like every time it's Kyrie, you just no. Like you know what I mean? Like Kyrie is nice, man. Like I don't understand. Like
I never said that Kyrie wasn't nice. Like Kyrie has a better one-on-one game than Steph Curry.
Your only thing is him being head of the snake. That's your only criticism, it seems.
Yes, because you want to compare him to guys who are the head of the snake that have more success being the head than he does. And to me, those are two different worlds of operating. Mm-hmm. Those are two different worlds. When you're the number one guy on the team, the other team is going to be looking at you mainly and being like, is there anything that we can do to stop this guy?
So that goes to that goes to the thing with Wade. So was Wade ever the head of the snake to you?
His closest chance of being the head of the snake when they was winning championships was that first ring, but that's debatable if he was that. He was that for certain moments, but like that's debatable because you had Shaq over there. And given Shaq wasn't LA Shaq, but Shaq still was better than almost every center in the league at the time.
So the whole point is Dwayne Wade is probably a top 5 too. Mm-hmm. And in your eyes, he was ahead of the snake.
Potentially, like.
But Kyrie right here, one of the coldest hoopers I've ever seen with the Rock.
Right.
Your only issue is him not being ahead of the snake. That's your only issue. You can't say nothing else.
When you
know what I'm saying?
When you compare him to other elite players right now. Now, I'm not saying that Kyrie ain't cold. Like, don't misconstrue this for that. I'm not saying Kyrie ain't cold, but if you was to give me the choice between Kyrie and Ja Morant, and you can guarantee to me that Ja ain't gonna pick up them guns, I'm picking Ja.
That's a preference.
I'm picking Ja.
That's a preference. That's fine. I accept it.
So,
but I'm rolling with Kai. You already know that. So
that's fine. That's fine. And I'm not saying you're making the bad choice. I'm just saying I'm very confident that if you was building a team from scratch and you had Kyrie and I get Ja, I got a strong feeling that I'm gonna finish above you. I got a strong feeling about that, and I got evidence to back it up right now. So.
All right. I mean, I have evidence too, but that's fine. Go ahead.
It is what it is.
You know what I mean?
Utah, nobody should be representing USA on Utah. Mm-hmm. Houston, nobody.
Hold on, wait. Nobody on Utah?
Marketing ain't American.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So.
I don't know why I thought he was.
All right, look. Houston,
Jalen Green? Can't go out there and do dirt?
I look at Jalen Green like I look at Anthony Simons.
He's better than Simons, bro.
Is he? Cause they really about the same. Simons is elite athletically too. You don't remember Simons was in the dunk contest.
This year?
No, not this year. A couple years ago, he was in the dunk contest.
Look, man. I don't be watching the dunk contest too much. We can turn it on. Push that circle.
Which circle? This one?
You have a PlayStation, dog. You already know what to do.
No, I don't. Not for the
it's the same buttons.
Not for the button. There you go. Anthony Simons dunk contest.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is 2020?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, go push it. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
I'm just saying, like, he was in a dunk contest for a reason. Like, he got some athleticism.
I'm not saying that you falsing that, but you saying he better than Jalen Green? Or you said they the same?
I said they the same.
So you would put Anthony Simons in place of Jalen Green for Houston to feel like you're going to get the same outcome?
Same exact results.
Yeah, so I mean, that I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm just saying, like, it don't... I do remember this dunk contest.
Same exact results.
I do remember this dunk contest, but I'm just saying, like, okay, so go ahead, go down the list.
All right, Golden State. Steph Curry is already on the team. Nobody else?
I mean, you don't think Drake can go out there?
Represent
the U.S.?
Once again, I mean, do you want older guys or do you want younger guys?
No, I'm just...
Because I do agree with you. Draymond can be on this team. Draymond can be on this team because Draymond can be that physical force, that spark plug, that guy that's not afraid to get physical out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that, you know, when you run up against other countries and if they happen to play a certain old school style of basketball, then...
Will Clay not be able to play? Well, he's not there no more, but I'm just saying.
He's not there no more.
So,
Sacramento.
Sacktown. De'Aaron Fox can easily be on this.
Easily be on this team.
Sabonis not from the U.S. He
Right.
from Argentina or something?
Yeah. The only other one that you can make an argument for, the same way we brought up Jalen Green and Anthony Simons, is the Keegan Murray kid.
Nah, I wouldn't take him.
New Orleans.
Pelicans.
Zion is Zion and Brandon Ingram technically.
They should be able to get down. I mean, Zion should be able to get down, but Zion is a disappointment. So he's not. He was supposed to take over and be the face of the league. Would you agree with that?
They wanted him to.
They had him on the cover of 2K21 before he touched the floor, bro.
Right. Yeah, I hear you.
So, I mean, he didn't pan out to be that, but I still think Zion would do dirt in the Olympics.
Right.
He would do dirt.
Yeah, he does dirt in the NBA when he plays. That's my thing. So if you was to guarantee me a fully healthy Zion for the Olympics, Zion's on the squad.
So let me ask you this question: so fully healthy Zion or Ja Morant, who would you take?
Ja.
Ja?
Yeah.
All right.
Ja. I mean, based on what I've seen so far, I always felt like Ja was going to be a better basketball player than Zion. Not that Zion wasn't going to be good, but like I said,
you do know when Zion is healthy, they like top 4 teams in the West.
And when Ja is healthy, Memphis is top 3 team.
So they both is on the same trajectory here.
Right. True that. But Zion, to me, he will only be that. Here's my hang up with Zion. He the same exact player that he was in high school. Nothing has changed. Nothing has improved. Ja, on the other hand, he's worked on his jump shot since coming in the game.
Did Shaq improve as a player? Or did he just stay the same all the way through?
Well, technically, if you look at Shaq from Orlando to LA, he put on weight.
So
he put on weight, and when he was in LA, he didn't have the same consistent hook shot that he had in it wasn't the same. So he put in minor work, but he still
right. So
he put in minor work.
When you a big dude, when you physically gifted like Zion's and Shaq's and all that.
Yeah, but the difference is Shaq is 7'1". You know, Zion is 6'8".
He's not even that, but you know, I got you. He ain't even that. But.
There you go. So yeah, he ain't even that. So Zion is like, you know, what goes up must come down.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I'm just asking. So go ahead.
LA. Technically nobody.
Yeah.
In an ideal situation, nobody should be from LA. But the only ones right now, because they got 2 of them on the roster, is Bron and
but they should
AD.
be there, so we can roll past them. The Clippers next.
Phoenix.
Suns.
Phoenix. Devin Booker is on the team.
I mean, but yeah, I guess.
Bradley Beal.
No.
KD's there, unfortunately. Yeah. Dallas. I feel like Kyrie should be on the team.
100%.
Clippers.
Yeah. I mean, nobody.
Nobody over there.
Nah.
Minnesota. Ant's already on the team. Anybody else? That McDaniels cat? You think McDaniels can be on the team?
I put him in the same spot as who you mentioned earlier that I said no to.
Keegan Murray?
He getting there, but he not there yet.
See, because McDaniels is more of a defensive player than anything else, but he got the size to go with it.
Yeah, I don't know if he got the confidence enough though.
All right.
Yeah.
Denver. Jokic and Murray is both.
Yeah, they not
other countries.
They're not from here, so
right.
No, nobody from Denver unless you want to say Aaron Gordon.
That's bad.
When you thinking about it.
That's bad because thinking about it, I'd rather have Bam than Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon be giving your boy Brown problems though.
Has he really given problems?
He tend to get under his skin a lot, dog.
Well, because he got them antics, and you see Bron had the elbow in his neck.
He's the only person I really see get under his skin, dog.
I mean, well, let Bron tell it. He be acting like he the only one that lift weights. So you know, and then the final part in the West, Oklahoma City.
I mean, shoot, you can put Shea from Canada.
Where's
Chet from?
I think Chet's American. I
wouldn't put him on there. I mean, you could probably pick anybody from the starting lineup.
Chet, Jalen Williams.
The only person like you could probably get away with playing.
They used to have Giddey, but Giddey ain't American either.
Right. You could probably get away with the two black dudes. You got Shea, and then the 2 guard, the 3. Got dog with the braids. I can't remember his name.
Dort ain't American either. He Canadian.
Well, I mean, none of them did. Him. All right. Well, all right.
Detroit. Let's go to
Cade could play, but
Cade and Jalen Duren is the only ones that I think can play.
You think they'll pick Duren? I understand that he could, but do you think they'll pick Duren?
Not because he plays. I mean, only because he plays with Detroit. Because I'm telling you right now, if Duren, I guarantee you, if Duren was in the LA uniform or in the Boston uniform, they'd be all over.
I think Cade could play. I mean, Cade, yeah, he could play. I mean, Cade could play.
Washington.
No.
You
know.
No.
Where Valanciunas from?
You already know what that last name. He ain't from around here. Jordan Poole.
What about my man who they just signed? Malik Beasley. No, it wasn't Malik Beasley. Who's my man? You know what I'm talking about. He played for Detroit. He just signed for him. He got traded to Atlanta. They ended up signing.
Bang.
Yeah. You don't think he can get off? He can't go to the U.S. and do a little something?
I view him the same as some of the other guys we mentioned, like the Keegan Murrays and those guys.
I'm not saying he'll start. I'm just saying.
Right.
All right.
Charlotte. Nope.
Nah, I wouldn't be having LaMelo rep the U.S.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
No. Toronto. Scotty Barnes.
Now he's from the U.S., right?
Yeah,
because I'd be confused now.
He from Florida.
Scotty can play.
Yeah, Scotty can play.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I can think of.
What about quickly? He can't do a little something. He could come off the bench.
I'm picking Simons and Jalen Green before I pick quickly.
Respect it.
Brooklyn.
Nah. I mean, because Mikal Bridges got traded to the
Claxton?
I would see this the thing. Now, are we talking about actual fits or are we talking about advertisements for the US? Because actual fits, a lot of dudes I would pick probably wouldn't even be sexy names.
Well, I mean, the whole point is you want to get the best players.
Claxton can play down there. In my opinion, if you say Gafford can, Claxton can.
Yeah, Gafford, he showed me a lot when he put on that Dallas jersey.
Gafford was like, I'm playing on the winning team. He was loving it. Know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Atlanta, Trae Young.
Of course.
Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. I mean, he ain't there no more, but DeJounte Murray, we skipped over him for New Orleans.
I think, it's crazy. I like DeJounte Murray's game a lot, actually. I think he could play.
Okay.
He'd get off over there.
Yeah. Chicago. Kobe White, Zach LaVine.
Heck no. Kobe White, man. But
Zach LaVine, Drummond.
Nah, I would pick DeRozan went to the Kings, so we skipped over him, so because he is with the Kings, and we passed the Kings. I think DeRozan can give you a little something
over there, but like he's an older player.
But you said it's not just a young man's game.
You're right. It's not. So
with his professional,
DeRozan can go over.
He's not injury prone. No. He gonna kill them dudes from the mid range. Know what I'm saying?
Just don't be relying on him in the clutch.
No, DeRozan's a third option.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Miami.
I guess Butler can play.
Yeah.
If Drake can play, Butler can play.
Bam's on the team.
Bam. You like that dude, man.
No, I'm just bringing it up. Bam's on the team. He's on the
list. I know. But you like Bam, though.
No. I said Bam is being misused by Miami because Bam is really a small forward. He's not no center. Bam is really a small forward.
He's on the squad, though, so I mean, it is what it is. Like, so you say Bam and Jimmy Butler. Would you throw Hero on there? Since he's a shooter?
I'd rather have Simons and Jalen Green, dog.
I ain't mad at you for that.
Philly. Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey, but would they pick him, though? That's the question.
I mean, shoot. I don't know.
I like Maxey.
My thing is, you just can't have a squad full of just nothing but young dudes because they just going to get out IQ. You got to have some old vets mixed in there so they can be like, all right here in this situation. Paul George now?
Nah, man.
Not at all. Embiid's already on the team even though he ain't American.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be there. He should be playing for Nigeria or somewhere Africa.
Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton's on the team.
He's already there.
Pascal Siakam, he's not from here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not playing in the Olympics.
He might be for his country.
Where you from?
I
don't know why I thought he was from Canada, dog. I thought he was from Canada.
Because there's a heavy Canadian influx in the NBA right now.
Uh-huh.
Miles Turner.
Now, once again,
for the size,
I would. He can shoot a little bit.
Shot.
He can rebound, block shots. I would take him in the U.S., but would they pick him?
Right. I mean, that's a good question. Or Orlando. Paolo can definitely get over there.
Hey, Paolo get busy.
Paolo can go over there. I don't know about Franz Wagner. I don't know. I'll put him in the same boat as Simons.
I like Paolo. I start to like Paolo a little bit. I like his game a little bit. I think he needs to be a little more.
Paolo can definitely do that.
He needs to be a little more aggressive, but I like Paolo.
Yeah. Paolo can go there. Cleveland.
Donovan
Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, he could play, but I mean,
he got to be willing to pass the ball, though. He can't be going over there with some I'm the number one option kind of guys.
He a hog to you?
I ain't gonna say he a hog, but look at the way he played in Cleveland. Like, do we look like willing to take the backseat?
Well, this is the thing with Cleveland. We already seen J.B. Bickerstaff got fired. Was he doing this stuff out of spite?
I don't know.
So
I don't know. But Cleveland got him. They got Evan Mobley.
I take Mobley, all right. I like Mobley.
I mean, because you're going to need size at some point.
Mobley, all right. He could go down there and get off, but see, once again, would they pick a Mobley? Is his name sexy enough?
Right. They got Jared Allen over there. But
once again, I'll take Jared Allen. He's pretty solid down there, though.
He is, but I'm just wondering, is there better options available out there?
It is, but I'm saying if you can't get him, why not?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. Milwaukee, Dame.
I'm surprised he's not playing.
Giannis is playing for Greece.
He's playing right now?
I think so. Chris Middleton, I already said that I would entertain the Chris Middleton just because the way Chris Middleton played in that finals run that they had. You gonna sit here and say that he wasn't getting busy out there?
You the same dude that said Chris Middleton ain't even cold like that.
He's not. he's not. He's not. But when you got him surrounded, he can probably look real good. You got him surrounded.
Chris Middleton not even dope, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. The Knicks.
Wouldn't take him.
The Knicks.
Brunson probably can get off.
Brunson. Now, they got Mikal Bridges now. I think Bridges can do that.
He could play.
Bridges can do that. Let me see who else they got. OG Anunoby, Julius Randle.
Where's OG Anunoby from? Africa?
He might be. So I don't know.
I don't want to disrespect his brother. I don't know. The last name. That's what throw me off.
Right. So I don't know. We could research that. I mean, because OG can definitely play on a team like that. I mean, if Drew Holiday can, why can't OG?
Right. Brunson for sure can play. I mean, am I a big fan of him? No.
Julius Randle.
No, man, no, absolutely not. Heck no. You got to play a controlled style of basketball.
Now, if Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy, I would take him.
Yeah, he just too. I see some highlights of him when he was skinnier. I didn't know he was getting off like that.
There's some highlights of him right now where he's doing runs and he's like showing that he can play like a guard.
I know. I'm like, okay, he doing all that.
But there's a lot of players in the NBA like that.
Dang, like I didn't know he was
There's
doing
a
all
lot
that.
of players in the NBA when they be like, all right, Boston.
I mean, shoot, Jaylen Brown. Tatum, he's there.
Tatum's there. Derek White is going to be there.
Well, he's not from the U.S.
Yeah, he ain't from the U.S. Drew Holiday is already on the team.
He's there. I mean,
they already got the players outside of Jaylen Brown.
That goes without saying.
So that's the NBA.
I mean, you could build. I mean, LeBron. Like my whole thing is with USA.
You got a 40-year-old playing.
LeBron should not be playing. I don't know why LA even let that pop off. But then again, when your kids getting drafted in the league, you can't tell him what to do. So it is what it is. AD, I would have definitely told him to sit down. Sit down. What are you doing? You need to be working on some strength. You know what I'm saying? And getting all that right. You're not playing. I mean, but like you said, it's like you said, it's an IQ thing. So they probably want him out there for the IQ reasons.
Does Anthony Davis got a high IQ?
He could play the 4, man.
But does he got a high IQ?
He don't play stupidly.
But does he have a high IQ?
It's not, he got a little bit of...
He's not as dumb as Jaren Jackson. I give you that.
AD is not a dumb player. He just shoot a lot. But when he's down low, this is the thing with Anthony Davis. When I see Anthony Davis to the Pelicans and I see him playing down low, I'm like, oh, he's cold. My favorite Anthony Davis when he was with DeMarcus Cousins,
the Pelicans,
and Rajon Rondo. But that was my favorite AD.
Well, that was a.
You know what I'm saying? That was my. But then once he went to LA, I don't know what happened. So, but when he was playing with Rajon, Boogie Cousins and them, I was rocking with AD. So I've seen. But
matter of fact, we can go snatch Boogie from off of wherever he at and be like, here, put on his USA jersey.
Yeah. Now you allowed to do that, ain't you?
I would think so.
Cause they kept saying people asking where Melo at. Melo's not gonna be able to play. I mean,
who was asking where Melo at?
I was seeing them comments, and then Kanye kept asking his dad to play. Let me ask you this quick question. Segue. Now that 2-on-2 thing, I know you've seen that.
2-on-2.
Okay, maybe you didn't.
I did.
So there was a question they asked Kanye. So, who will win between you and your dad versus LeBron and Bronny? He like to troll his dad a lot. They say, he not in the league and I'm not, so get him 11-8. But then, he interviewed Melo after that, and Melo was like, man, we getting them because they don't play one-on-one basketball. They don't play one-on-one.
I can see that.
Kion cook Bronny, son. Like, have you... Dog.
I mean, well, first of all, ain't he bigger than Bronny?
He a cook Bronny. And I don't see LeBron stopping Melo with no one-on-one. at all.
He might be able to do it now.
Melo still get bit. Like he said, he's still active. He's just not playing in the league. Melo's still in shape, bro.
Yeah, but Bron is in like 82 game shape. You know, it's still and Bron still got his athletic ability. It's not what it was when he came out, but he still got athletic ability.
Is LeBron's offensive game like Melo's? I seen the comments saying LaMelo, I'm not LaMelo, but Carmelo could create space in the phone booth.
Well, look, like I said,
if Melo and Kion get the ball, is LeBron and them getting it back? That's all I want to know. Are they getting it back?
You're talking about if it's on some make it take it stuff.
Yeah, are they getting it back?
Better not miss one time. If you miss one time, not so much of Bronny, but Bron, you already don't play defense. You already don't play defense. You've been out the league for how long? Look, getting busy in the rec center is good and all, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that they win, but it ain't gonna be as easy as you making it sound on the mic. You definitely are more offensively skilled than Bron. Definitely. You definitely more offensively skilled than Bron.
Dog, they said
but
that,
you better not miss.
Bro, they said
you better not miss.
They said Michael Beasley was cooking Bron, bro.
Beasley was cooking everybody in the league at one point in time. So that just goes to show you the politics in the league right there. Because Michael Beasley was supposed to be the guy for Miami, not Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was supposed to be the complimentary.
I remember. Michael Beasley is official. You know what I'm saying? He's still official to this day. So would you say he's a better one-on-one offensive player than Carmelo?
I can't let those words come out my mouth.
You thinking about it long enough?
I can't let those words come out my mouth just because I know who Melo is.
You was thinking about it.
Well,
you was really thinking about that.
Because when you was cooking everybody in the league, dog, like you was cooking everybody in the league. If politics just kicked you out.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what he did. It's not like he did no John Morant stuff, but you know.
Ime Udoka slept with some people that he wasn't supposed to sleep with and he got a job again.
I mean, it seemed like that's what Carmelo did, but you know, well, it is what it is. So let's go to the Fix My Squads. Let's go. Let's ready to tag that?
Run that?
Yep.
All right, so to Fix My Squads, the first team that we got, we can pick between. You want to start? You want to start like we've been doing with the West?
Yeah, just do it.
Okay, so
Utah Jazz.
Utah. I like what you're doing with Keontae George.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to bury this stuff about trading Lauri Markkanen.
Maybe it's some problems behind the scenes, man.
You need to keep Markkanen. You need to keep Kessler. Kessler is a good center to start. I mean, he ain't up there with the Senguns of the world and stuff like that.
That's your man. What you missing?
Hey, man, look.
He mentions Sengun at least twice a week.
Man, look. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Okay, here's the reason why. I mentioned Sengun's name. The top two centers in the league, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Jokic being number one, Joel being number two.
Right.
Sengun is number three.
Right.
Who else is threatening that?
I'm not questioning.
And Sengun get busy when he play any one of them. I know he has his best game, but
they want to trade him too.
I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on.
They want to get rid of him.
I don't understand. We about to talk about them. We're going to talk about them next. But anyway. But Kessler is solid. Kessler, he don't got the mobility that those guys do, but Kessler is solid.
Jordan Clarkson's still over there?
Jordan Clarkson is still over there. You might need to trade Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, I'll probably get up off him. He can pay $23 million, bro.
You know, I mean, You might want to trade Jordan Clarkson and let him, go to a team where he can actually contribute to possibly be a winner.
Ooh, him and John Collins getting paid 25. Well,
John Collins got paid, I think, after Atlanta made that final Eastern Conference Finals run.
John Collins only 26, man. I kind of like John Collins.
Yeah, but he ain't getting that kind of clock over no marketing.
No. How about Taylor Horton Tucker? What's up with him?
Let him go.
Let him go?
Move on.
Who would you trade him for?
No, he's not somebody that you can trade, I think. I think that's somebody that you just got to wash your hands with. Because
he only 23.
But Taylor Horton Tucker hasn't turned into nothing. He's been given the opportunities. Taylor Horton Tucker was the one that the Lakers chose to keep over the likes of Lonzo, Josh Hart, and Brandon Ingram. Kyle Kuzma. They was like, yeah, we're going to keep him because we think he got the higher ceiling. This still hasn't turned into nothing.
I'm looking at the Jazz, right?
Do they still got Colin Sexton over there?
Yep, I was about to just mention him right now. This is the thing,
I think
right?
you keep Colin Sexton.
I'm looking at this. Okay, so I keep Colin. Definitely keep Markin. I don't know what type of dope they own.
Right.
Kenneth Lofton, I actually keep him. Kenneth Lofton Jr., the heavy set dude who always be getting off but never get clocked.
Yeah, but he hasn't gotten clocked in the NBA yet.
But he dominate them dudes in the G League. He could play.
Right, but
you don't just dominate these dudes that can't play.
You're right. I mean, and had he would have gotten in better shape and shown something, maybe he would have still been on Memphis. But
dog, but I'm saying he dominating these dudes though. He can't get no burn.
I can't explain to you.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't really know what you got until you put them out there on the floor. So he could be the number 2 option.
He could get some burn because, okay, I get it. Out of shape, cool. But the dude, okay, this is my thing when it comes to heavy.
He ain't on no Boris Diaw stuff because Boris Diaw is out of shape.
Kenneth Lofton is solid, though. He is solid 275.
I hear what you're
saying. And the thing is, he gets busy when I see him play. He not no big slow 275.
But he has to have the green light.
So I don't understand what's going on here.
He could be the 6th man.
These the same people who want to trade Lloyd Markkanen allegedly. So I mean,
he could be the 6th man.
Kira Lewis Jr. I hear his name often. What's up with him?
I don't know. I can't tell you that I watch a lot of Utah. I know that Keontae George is dope. I know that Lauri Markkanen is dope. I know that Colin Sexton brings something to the table that I want to keep on my team. I know Kessler.
Yeah, I was about to say Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler is a keeper. You need to keep him.
They got a solid squad. It look like they got some stuff they can.
They need a 2 guard and they need a perimeter player.
Chris Dunn is solid backup.
I like Chris Dunn.
I keep him.
Personally, I like Chris Dunn.
I will come off of Jordan Clarkson. I'll be trading that contract.
Clarkson, as old as he is, he needs to play for a different team. Clarkson,
he's an undersized point guard, which I thought he was a 2 guard, but they got him listed as a point.
But he's a 2. He's forget what.
I mean, he's 6'3".
Clarkson is a 2. Okay?
I like Clarkson though.
Clarkson been a 2 ever since he came in the league. When Byron Scott was head coach in the Lakers, he turned he helped Jordan Clarkson be what he is.
The Jazz don't have a terrible roster.
No, they was two seeds out.
They don't have a terrible roster.
Given they was 10 games.
Who are they? Who was they coach?
That's a good question.
Because it's not showing me the coach. Not showing me the coach. I only see the roster.
Let me see Utah. Will Hardy.
No clue who that brother is. No disrespect. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the coach is not feeling marketing. Because I don't understand the marketing thing. Because his name is getting dangled out there in trades too often for me to believe that they want to keep him.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense to me. I don't like that at all.
You can, because I'm looking at this. Colin Sexton, he could be your point guard, starting point. Marketing, obviously a starting 4. Kenny Lofton, you could probably play him at the 3. You probably could play him at the 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got your point, then you got your 3, then you got Lauri Markkinen.
Dang, this Will Hardy cat, he only 36 years old.
Who?
The head coach. He only 36.
You're 2. Let's see. I'm looking on the roster trying to find a 2.
I'm trying to find this.
That'd be Taylor Horton-Tucker, dog.
So Will Hardy was on the Spurs coaching staff. He was an assistant coach from 2015 to 2021. Then he was the Boston Celtics assistant coach from 2021 to 2022. So, I mean, he obviously is getting his chance off of being the Greg Popovich.
I mean, did he get hired this year?
2022. He started coaching the Jazz.
So there's probably some issues here with a young coach. I can see there being problems. So, because I'm looking at this, if I'm the coach, if I put my coach hat on, I'm keeping Colin. I like Colin Sexton. So I'm going to keep him at the 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping Lauri Markkinen. I'm going to...
Colin Sexton might not need to be starting.
Who going to start?
Keontae George.
He can't play the 2?
That's a small.
I'm just saying, they whole backcourts, all they guards small.
It's the reason why they ain't been finishing nowhere.
All they guards are small, dog. Like, all of them.
Keontae George.
6'3". Kira Lewis, 6'1". Horton-Tucker, 6'4". Juzang, he's 6'5", but Keontae George, 6'4".
Wait, hold on. What? Who you said?
Dude named Johnny Juzang.
Oh, Johnny Juzang can play, dog. I like Juzang.
Do he get clocked? Do he even got a contract? I don't see no money. Is he a free agent?
I don't know what the deal is with him, but Johnny Juzang. Now you would like Johnny Juzang.
Pull up some Johnny Juzang.
Okay,
let's pull up Johnny Juzang. It's a new thing we doing. We pulling up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Juzang.
Told you that mic is terrible. PlayStation, y'all need to fix that. Like, I don't know, like, you talking, you need to say something else. You know what I mean? But, it was right there.
Oh, man, it didn't even type in the right. Let me see.
There it is right there. Johnny Juzang.
All right, which one you want to see? Oh, the 2022, 2023 stuff?
Yeah, let's look at the recent. No, they got 23, 24, don't matter. Let me see this guy.
Now, the only issue with Johnny Juzang when he was in college was being a California kid. Johnny Juzang, he originally committed to Kentucky, I think it was, but he didn't like it there or something like that. Like, he played better when he was back home.
I'm liking what I see.
Johnny Juzang can hoop, dog.
I'm liking what I see here.
Johnny Juzang on them UCLA days, Johnny Juzang, I was a big fan. I was sitting here looking at, and I remember listening to the Detroit Pistons radio, and they was like, we could probably get Juzang in the second. And they was like, shh. I didn't want to say it because I was trying to keep that a secret type stuff.
I like what I see.
Johnny Juzang, man, he's one of those guys. He ain't he ain't as slow as slow-mo or anything like that, but speed is not his game. Like,
yeah, but you don't need to be fast all the time. A la Paul Pierce, a la Luka Doncic.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just Johnny Juzang.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny Juzang. Look, if they gonna invest in him, then that's the 2 right there.
So you can. So you say Keontae George, right?
Yeah, Keontae George is a starting point.
Is he a cold point? Does he have the IQ to play point?
I mean, he was a rookie.
Because if you have Keontae George playing the 1, right, and you got him at the 2, you know what I'm saying?
You need a wing defender.
Where does your distribution come from?
It's gonna come from Keontae.
Is he a distributor?
He's more of that than he is anything else.
But it'd take them about a year or 2 to actually develop to be a cold backcourt, right?
That's fine. I mean, if you're going to build with young players, you got to play patient games. You got to see the development.
How patient would you be, Josh? Taking them L's. How patient you going to be?
Well, for us to finish 2 seeds out the play-in tournament, that shouldn't take that long.
So you're not gonna be that patient because you just said it's not gonna take that long.
No, because I mean, look at where you at now.
Right.
Look at where you at now.
Like my man's, he don't get clocked. Him. You say he don't get clocked, right?
Man, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched a lot of Utah games.
I mean,
know all the details of everything.
I'm assuming you taking him for Orlando if you could.
Yeah. My only issue would be, I think he would be my 6th man for Orlando.
Nothing wrong with that. So
I think he would be my 6th man for Orlando because I don't need him getting in Paolo or Franz Wagner's way.
Would he though?
See, because Orlando, our biggest needs is, one, we need some better guard play.
Okay.
Like real guard play type stuff.
Right.
So we need better guard play. To get specific, we need a guard that on the offensive end can not only play make, but also can be a threat from shooting it at the perimeter.
Right.
Those are the main things that we need. And then we need a paint defender, which is, I like the fact that we re-signed Goga Batadze.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the dude that you said remind you of my man, the center from the Kings, Vlade Divac.
Oh yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
We signed him. So yeah.
All right. So I mean, as far as the Jazz,
I mean, look, this is another one of them teams that if you keep building this right, you just got to play the patient game and let it happen.
Yeah, but they don't sound like they're being patient.
Yeah, for real. If you talking about trade,
are you trying to rebuild? Because my question, are they trying to rebuild or what they doing? Because marketing to me, I keep seeing his name being tied to the Lakers, bro.
His name was getting tied to the Lakers?
I keep seeing Lauri Markkanen. You know what I'm saying? Like DeMar DeRozan and Lauri Markkanen. I keep seeing, well, DeMar DeRozan with the Kings now, but like Lauri Markkanen, I keep seeing that stuff, man. Like I don't know who they'll trade to get him, but then if the Jazz willing to dangle him, I don't know. They may need to give him up for a light price.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Keontae George looks small, bro. Like, hell, he's 6'4". Oh, well, no. He ain't that small. Let me see Mr. Keontae George plays. I gotta see this because I need to see what type of point guard his brother is.
Like, they need to keep him and Markkanen together. Especially with Juzang.
But do Juzang get clocked, though? You said you don't know if he get clocked.
I don't know if he get clocked or not. See,
because
there's some players in this league right now that is cold that just don't get the clock because of politics.
Yeah, it's 15. It's a dude on the 15th end of the bench probably can get off if he got a chance. If you want to keep this thing live.
No.
Okay, ooh. That was a nice basic. See, I like them basic moves, man.
Mm-hmm.
The fundamental. The kids got to know the basic fundamental moves work.
If Keontae playing like this, then he's changing his game from being a distributor to being a scorer.
I'm not seeing distribution. That's what I was asking.
Right? Yeah. He's changing his game because I mean he out here.
Okay.
You can get above the rim a little bit, huh?
Okay.
So I mean,
Listen. Okay. So my thing is this, right? If I'm Utah and I'm looking at what I'm looking at, I like Keontae.
Mm-hmm.
So I would keep Keontae. That'd be because he's only 20.
Yeah, he gonna be a sophomore. 20. He a sophomore.
Okay, and then Markkanen 27. Oh, he that old?
Well, remember he was on the Bulls back when the Bulls had Bobby Portis.
You are keeping you facts.
Because I think facts. him and Bobby Portis had issue or something like that.
Hold on, Bobby Portis. That's the one Bobby Portis punched.
Yeah.
And y'all kept him. Dog. The Bulls kept him over marketing. I didn't even know that was him he punched.
I believe that was
Lori Marketing. Are you sure?
I believe that was the case.
You would have kept. Hold on, man.
I'm not 1,000% sure on that, but I believe that's the one to where
you keep Bobby Portis over Lori Marketing.
Man, the Bulls been on all kind of dope, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy. I wouldn't. Portis have been out the door quick.
This is what he was last year.
So I will build around them two and Kenny Lofton. That'd be my 3.
Juzang ain't in there for you?
No, I do like him, but I can't have them two. Like, look, if he, like I said, that's why
see right there.
I seen one pass out of all these highlights.
No, there was 2 of them right there.
That was a fake pass.
Yeah, I hear you.
I see literally one pass out of all these highlights. Which look,
he looked like Spot'em got him.
Who?
Spot'em got him.
I can't say I know who that is. I'm about to look that up.
He a young rapper from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay, that's a local.
Yeah. His name Spot'em got him.
Like, dog, he pulling up shooting threes, bro. This is not.
Let me show you.
Like, yo, I like him. So my thing is this. You got to choose. The way he playing, you have to choose between him and my man's, Juzang. Who you going to choose? Because you need a distributor. You need one. You can't have both two. That was Kyrie's and my man's problem. Yeah, he looks like that dude. Man. He looks just like that guy.
Got us. Oh boy.
So I mean, who would you got to keep one, dog, because he's not a distributor, man.
I'm keeping both.
Dog, how? So one coming off the bench? All right. Okay, that makes sense, that makes sense because the 6th man, I mean, you can't have them both playing on the floor, dog. Because I don't see passing in his DNA. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. They passed it back to him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, these new age point guards, dog, they all change, dog.
Like you say he distribute. I see no distribution here.
That's from the 1 or 2 games that I seen of him playing.
He said 1 or 2 games.
You know what I'm saying?
His shot probably was off. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. You know, I can't say. I mean, but you know, you look at him like this. I mean,
I see no. If you pull up Jason Kidd highlights, you seeing passes
all day long.
You pull up Rondo highlights, you seeing passes
all day long.
Chris Paul passes, Magic passes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the highlight reel. This dude has no passes. So, I mean, how long can you get away with having both of them dudes without somebody having a problem coming off the bench?
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to come off the bench. That might be Johnny Juzang's, I don't know, his version of a green light. Because if you trade away Jordan Clarkson, then Johnny Juzang just slides in that spot.
So with him being a score first one, it forces you to keep Clarkson at that 2 to bring Juzang off the bench.
If you're gonna keep Clarkson, you can have Juzang start because Clarkson ain't no pass first.
You need a distributor 1 on this squad, bro.
You need a distributor, period.
He plays like a 2.
You need a distributor, period. So whoever
he plays like a 2. He literally plays like a 2 guard. He might legitimately be a 2 guard, just listed as 1, bro.
Might be.
Because he clearly can create his own shot. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. He used his body right there. Who was that he did that to? Oh, that's on McDaniels.
Yeah, I mean the Jazz. I mean they got some nice.
They got some young players, dog.
But they missing some. Like They need some distribution.
They need some
IQ. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's a lot of the teams in the league, dog.
But they need that though.
Just
because they need it, that don't mean you can't use it. Like
it's slim pickings though.
You need distribution.
You better go out there and get Markelle Fultz.
You need ball movement. Nobody want Markelle Fultz for that reason.
I mean, maybe because of health. I don't know. I mean, when Markelle Fultz was healthy, technically, I'll still say it right now. When Markelle Fultz is healthy, he's the best point guard on the Magic because he's a true point guard.
Right. So none of these dudes are true points. None of these dudes are true points.
Right.
And that's the problem. And let me tell you something about a true point. You see how far Phoenix went with a true point guard. And he was past his prime.
Right.
Past his prime.
That's why the Spurs got a lot to look forward to.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. So, the Jazz, do you see them going up or down?
They could stay parallel to where they at.
What moves would you make?
I would let Clarkson go to a team that he can hopefully contribute to a championship, and I'll give these young boys the green light. Like, these young boys ain't playing no games.
So that means you trading Chris Dunn then too.
Let me see. I don't know, because Chris Dunn is more of a distributor than him.
So would you start Chris Dunn at the 1 and put him at the 2?
I don't know if Chris Dunn is starting material anymore.
He only 30.
I would like to, man.
I mean, listen, your guards is not all that. Like, you got Jordan Clarkson, okay? Then you got Chris Dunn. Then you got Keontae George. Then you got Juzang.
You got some scorers over there.
Jason Peterson.
I don't even know who
that
is.
And then Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton, he's not a scorer, but he's a defender. I mean, he's got more passing highlights to Keontae George than Keontae does.
So would you start Colin Sexton and Keontae at the 2? Either way you goes, dog, you're gonna be undersized backcourt, dog.
You don't have to be though.
Dog, nobody's tall. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. I don't know. I mean, maybe you can trade Jordan Clarkson and get somebody that will be willing to distribute.
You said it's slim pickings.
It is slim pickings, but will
Lonzo do it?
They should have been in on the Josh Giddey.
How much of a distributor is Josh Giddey?
He's better than what we see.
Would Lonzo be a distributor?
We already know Lonzo is a distributor.
Right.
The only question with Lonzo is, can Lonzo still have a career?
I mean, if they say he got his meniscus replaced, I mean, I don't know how true that is or whatever the case. But if you're able to get your hands on Lonzo, if he's gonna play, would you trade for him?
Only if I can. Only if my medical team can tell me he's got a solid chance of having a career. If my medical team doesn't tell me that, we can Euro step past him. We'll go overseas and we'll look at the guys that's willing to pass.
And the big key to this and the big thing that's going to be focused, because I've always said this, the world is billions, it's over a billion of people in the world, man. It's billions of people. There's dudes that could come in from overseas that could straight execute.
Like, I'll be looking for, what's his name? My man that played at Michigan State. The point guard that was Mr. Basketball in Michigan.
The black dude? Short guy?
Was he short?
We talked about him beforehand. You said he ain't even pop off in the league like that.
I mean, well, you see where the point guard position went to. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to get him. Or, I mean, maybe trade for Draymond Green. Be like, look, I know y'all tired of him. We'll give y'all Jordan Clarkson.
Draymond retired, dog. He was like, I'm straight, dog. I'm retiring. Like, I wouldn't even risk that. You know what I'm saying? He retired. He be like, man, I'm good, dog. I'm gonna do the podcast. He gonna do the podcast, dog. You already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dang, bro.
You already know. If you Draymond, would you go to the Jazz after the Warriors? Would you?
If I play for the Jazz, I'm like, okay, I gotta get up out of here.
Right. So, I mean, you're not about to sit there and go to no Utah like, oh, word, Utah? Yeah, nah, I'm done, dog. Like, I guess it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I could see Draymond. I could honestly see Draymond
going to the Lakers,
going to Detroit before that, because he's from Michigan.
Yeah.
I can see him coming to Detroit retiring because he's from Michigan.
Right. Let me see here. I'm trying to look at who's available. Yeah, Markelle Fultz. I'll be trying to get Markelle Fultz.
And this is a reoccurring thing. I don't see how nobody's signing him. I don't see how nobody's signing my man's Dennis Smith. I don't see how nobody's signing dog from Ipsy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Amani. There's 3 dudes that really can come in and execute right now.
Yeah, but those the other 2, they not distributors.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is this a Spencer Dinwiddie location?
Oh man. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie, he been playing. Spencer Dinwiddie been playing on bad teams regardless. So I mean, well, how many good teams he played on?
Yeah. So maybe this could be a Spencer Dinwiddie spot. Dang, man, there ain't nothing out here. I mean, we gonna keep on saying the same thing. It's gonna be a broken record. It's crazy how it's not a lot of guys out here like that. So, I mean, if I'm Utah, that's the best thing that I got going for me is my youth. So I'm gonna just give the youth the green light and let them learn. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna internally teach Keontae how to add facilitating to his game. Mm-hmm. I'm an intern. Now I don't know about this dude, but being a prodigy of Greg Popovich, he understands ball movement.
Oh yeah.
He should understand ball movement. So I'm gonna be showing all of them my old Spurs stuff. See, you see how we was doing this right here? You see what you need to do right here? All right, now all right, y'all. We gonna have a version of this. We gonna call it our own stuff.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. I think the Jazz, due to what's going on, I think they get worse. I don't really see any moves. I think this Lauri Markkanen thing gonna make him uncomfortable. And I think I'm gonna predict this. I could be wrong. I'm gonna predict he may request a trade. He may request it at this point. What you think?
I can only see Utah dropping one spot.
What if they not on the same page? You still think they only go drop one if they're not on the same page?
Well, if you trading Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, but you don't see him requesting one if he keep hearing his name and.
I don't think that he's that kind of guy. Like them foreign dudes, they not them kind of guys.
To request a trade if they keep hearing their names in the dirt sheets?
When the last time you heard a foreign dude request a trade?
No, you're right. I'm just saying. I can't think.
That's an American thing. Like Americans got that attitude. All right, well you ain't gonna do. All right, well then get me up out of here.
Right.
That's an American attitude.
You're right.
So I don't see Markkanen requesting a trade. Now maybe Utah's like, well, we still gonna trade you kind of stuff, but I don't see them requesting no trade. I don't see him. I just don't see it. Now maybe Utah's looking at Keontae as like, you know what? He the future. We gonna get rid of Markkanen and we gonna build around Keontae, which is a mistake in my mind, but. Hey.
Keontae do look nice though.
Yeah. But would you do that?
No. Well, but they probably looking at the youth though. I didn't know Lauri Markkanen was 27.
But that's not old.
I know it's not old. They probably, once you start hitting 28 and 29 in the NBA.
Well, see, here's the business side of it. Mm-hmm. If Markkanen's time to get paid is coming up, mm-hmm. Why would you break the bank for somebody and still be finishing at the bottom in the West?
That's what I'm saying.
To me, that's just smart business at that point. Why would you break the bank to pay somebody to still be a losing team?
And this goes to the head of the snake talk.
Yeah.
What is Lauri Markkanen to you?
To me, Lauri Markkanen shouldn't be the number one guy. To me, he should be. His max is a number 2 guy. But ideally, you would like him to be a number 3 guy.
Right, I can see him as a 3.
Like, it's kind of like on some, I don't know. I'd rather have him than Julius Randle.
Of course. Of course.
So
that's not even a question.
Shoot. Lauri Markkanen, like, I'm not down for paying somebody big bread to still be a losing team. So
you would trade him?
It depends on where his contract situation
is. You hear this? He was like, I don't know why they doing it, but now he came up with a reason.
Well, I don't know what his contractual situation is. What is his contractual? Let me look that up.
Let me see.
I'm about to look that up right now.
All that you saying, and you're like, well, actually.
Yeah, man, it takes time to, you think things through.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't see, like, with my man's being so young, right? I don't think it's necessarily a wrong thing to build around that guy.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just, I don't think it's a bad thing.
I hope I'm spelling his name right. I ain't spelling his name right.
Lauri Markkanen? It should just pop up Google searches with ease.
No, I'm on the website.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Lauri Mark. I spell Lauri. Okay. All right, so Lauri Markkanen. Oh yeah, that's the reason why he's coming up to payday.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't getting broke off though. He ain't getting broke off no heavy stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's making $18 million this year. Next year he's slotted to be an undrafted free agent. So that's the reason why he's in trade talks. He's slotted to be an undrafted free agent, which means, unrestricted free agent,
mm-hmm.
which means that he's gonna be trying to get the max.
Would you pay him the max?
No.
If you were a team, would you pay him the max? Now, I ain't talking about Utah. Would you pay him the max if you're trying to bring him on?
Only if I'm a contender and I can afford to do it.
So you'll overpay to get him?
If I'm a contending team and I'm like, if we get Markkanen, man, that's the final piece. Like a team like a team like the Kings, I would do it.
But then when you had to get rid of Sabonis?
No, because the way they run their offense, Sabonis plays like the facilitator role. You ain't never watched them? You ain't never watched the Kings?
I do watch the Kings, man. I don't see no facilitator. Because he passed it a little bit?
He's the one that has the ball in his hands to make decisions for passing abilities. De'Aaron Fox, you look at De'Aaron Fox, he ain't trying to pass the rock. There's no way you can be a guy that's looking to pass the ball and you only averaging 5 assists. You know what I'm saying? He averaging like 30 points and 5 assists. He scored first point guard.
All right.
Sabonis is the one that be racking up the triple doubles with the assists and stuff like that. So if you got a big man that's willing to pass and you got another big dude that's willing to shoot.
All right. So we can conclude this Jazz thing.
Conclude the Jazz. So that means we go to Houston next.
All right. So we be right back. We'll walk these cats and then we're going to be right back. So we're going to have an intermission. You know what I mean?
Got you.
All right. We'll be back. All right. We back. Had to take a little quick intermission, whatever it is. But now we on Houston.
Yeah.
The Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
The team where he said that Anthony Simons is better than Jalen Green.
No, I said they on the same tier. Why you trying to change stuff up? We got video, well not video. We got audio proof. You know.
But so from what it looked like with I was just joking, but what it looked like with Houston, they seem to be. We talked about this, I think, on the other podcast. They are going into strange directions, strange territory. It seems like from the reports and things like that Jalen Green and Sengun, they don't want to, either they on the block, they lightly on the block, well, I don't see, but they don't want to pay them, it seems like. Am I tripping?
That's what one reports came out saying that they ain't going to give them max contracts or something like that.
Whatever. Two best players on the team.
The two best players on the team. Yeah.
They gonna offer Dylan Brooks the max? That's a nice pass there from Sengun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we looking at these cats and it's like, why wouldn't you want to build around these two cats?
You finish one slot out of the play-in tournament, which is if you just keep this thing together and you just let it keep growing naturally.
All you gotta do is add.
Which is they did. They
That's all you gotta do.
Shepherd.
Oh yeah, Reed dog.
They got Reed.
The real number 2 pick of the draft.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Reed Shepherd is the authentic number 2. Connect and Reed is the real number 1 and 2 picks of this draft. The authentic, official number 1 and 2 picks. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? From what I seen, those two is the ones. And they got Reed Shepherd. And due to the fact that you don't have to build around Reed Shepherd, he is the perfect complementary piece
for this
to a team, like period. Because he's a shooter, knockdown.
Right. You got Van Vliet over there. You got Jalen Green over there. Dylan Brooks.
Yo.
To me, Dylan Brooks will be coming off the bench, but you know, because Jabari Smith, if he doesn't turn into what he's supposed to be this year, then you need to offer him. Probably.
So hold on, is Dylan Brooks starting over Jabari Smith?
I think that's what they're doing.
Oh.
Or you know what I think they're doing? I think they playing Jabari at the 4 and Dylan Brooks at the 3.
That's right. Either way it goes, the Rockets aren't trash.
Right.
They just need like development and growth, and they're almost there to be a playoff team.
Yeah, technically they shouldn't have to break the bank to trade for anybody unless somebody severely takes a regression.
But if y'all trading Jalen Green and Sengun, fam, y'all about to really regress.
Right.
No?
Yeah, for real.
Because who you gonna trade that's gonna, man, dog, is this, don't tell me this is Rocket highlights or is this Sengun highlights?
This is Sengun.
Okay, I'm about to say, dog, he got all the highlights?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, he probably do for real.
This Sengun right here. But like,
dog, you got Van Vliet, who's a champion. I'm not about to let him go because he has championship experience. He could play the point guard. He don't make many mistakes. Sengun, Josh's man. If it wasn't for Josh, I wouldn't even really be knowing who Sengun is. So salute to him for that, because I'm like, dog, what? So I'm looking at Sengun. He cold. My man's right there.
He's a willing passer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some nice passes. Very Sabonis-like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Very Sabonis-like.
Yeah.
Jalen Green, look, I already knew from the jump from, like, I wouldn't have been mad if Detroit would have took Jalen Green. I know he's a scorer. he's not scared to score.
Well, technically, if they ain't willing to re-sign him the money, technically he's on the market, so Detroit can get him.
Jalen Green?
Technically.
That'd be crazy to have Jalen Green. Oh, man. But
if they was able to, I mean, look, I'll trade Ivy. You can have Ivy. You can have Jonathan. What's his name? Stewart, James Stewart Johnson, or whatever his new name is. Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah.
You can have him. You can have Evan Fournier. You can have Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with Jalen Green besides the annex. That's the only issue. Which to me is crazy, but we gonna pivot past that.
You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to judge people based off of their personal lives. This is just off of what they bring to the basketball court.
I didn't know Sengun was cocking it back with two hands on him like that. That's crazy. Sengun's game isn't exactly sexy, but it works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he looks like a guy that is not athletic, but he tries to be athletic.
He get busy though. That's the thing though. It don't even matter. Like, dog, like y'all want to trade him for what?
Exactly.
What reason? It's not like he's going on 30. You know what I'm saying? Pay him.
This dude is young.
These the dudes you pay. Houston tripping. You think this is a Udoka situation?
The only reason why I would see it being the Udoka situation is Udoka may not like his defense.
But you say he'll teach Reed defense. Why would he teach them?
I don't know. Maybe being a year with him in the building, maybe he sees some attitude issues or something like that. Because, I mean, none of these dudes is beyond having that.
Oh, of course.
But, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not even his decision. Who knows?
Don't bring me here if I don't got a decision on my roster. I mean, that got to be like, I wouldn't, look, man, would you take a coaching job if you didn't have choice over your personnel on the floor?
It depends on how desperate I was for a job.
All right.
See, because Udoka is coming from a situation where he had arguably one of the best teams in the league, and then he messed it up.
Right.
So now he might be in a situation where he's like, just give me any job so I can just prove myself again. And then I'll be able to either move on from y'all and go to a place of my choice, or y'all keep me because we built something good and I keep developing this.
Yeah, but to be
after 1 year in this game
handcuffed like that, or if because I don't see why they would want to get rid of them two dudes. It doesn't make any logical sense. Unless
I mean, does he feel like these dudes are in the way of Jabari Smith?
Are you serious?
Jabari Smith was at one point in time, people was saying to themselves, who's the number one pick, Jabari Smith or Paolo?
I get it, but
at one point in time, that's what they were saying.
I get it, but this is the thing, right? And
that's because of his two-way playing ability and how tall and lanky
he's a 3, right?
That's what they got him listed.
So
I mean, he plays that in the 4.
My thing is this.
Because look how lengthy he is.
Right. So my thing is this. They could exist on the same team, bro. I don't know what you own. They could exist on the same team.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's how I feel.
Would you will have one of the coldest young squads of the league?
You'll be like another version of the Thunder.
Yeah, like look at the Thunder. They not, bro. All them dudes is. You think you about to be able to get a trade for any of them young cats over there? OKC?
Only if you offering up the right pieces. Only if you offering up the right pieces. Only if you offering up the right pieces. You have to offer up like a star caliber player, superstar caliber player to get a couple of dudes.
The only reason why they got rid of Giddey is because he requested a trade and he was upset with his role. They would have kept him.
Yeah, but now they're gonna. I mean, who?
Well, now they got Hartenstein and
Hartenstein, and they got Caruso,
and that's an upgrade 2 for 1. So
2 for 1, but you lose the playmaker.
Yeah, but Caruso can play defense. He got that grittiness that Giddey don't got.
True, but which one you gonna miss the most?
Well, all that offense OKC got already?
I mean, well, this is the same thing that you were saying about Utah.
Yeah.
After looking at Keontae George and Markkanen.
They don't have a distributor. That's the problem.
Does Oklahoma City?
OKC? Nah, they don't.
Giddey was the closest thing to that.
And then we go to Houston. Van Vliet's the distributor. That's the difference. Right. So why on earth would you want to sit there and break up any of this? Like, honestly, I would just want to add to this. I don't want to make no moves. I trade. Look, my thing is the people who's movable is the bench players. Okay, I got some guys. Oh, you want him for this? Okay, you know what I'm saying? At that point,
honestly, I would come up off of Jabari Smith before I come up off of Sengun.
Yeah, you probably can get you decent value for him.
I mean, that's just me though.
No, I'm keeping Sengun over him.
I'm keeping the goon
because I got Jabari Smith. I mean, that's fine, but I'd rather have Jalen Green.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, like, you know,
right.
For what I seen from Sengun, I'd rather have him anyway.
Right.
But, you know, that Connect guy, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Well, Detroit already fell asleep, so.
Man, like, would you... So let me ask you this. If you Houston GM, right?
First of all, if I'm LA, I'm not taking no phone calls about Connect. I'm not taking no phone calls about Connect. I'm taking phone calls about Anthony Davis. I'm taking phone calls about because my team hasn't been using them right. I'm taking phone calls about Rui. But if JJ Redick can convince me as a general manager that he has a plan for Rui to maximize what he can do, then I'm not taking calls about Rui. But I'm like,
if you Houston, would you trade Jabari for Rui?
If I'm Houston?
Yep. It's a straight up swap if the money match.
A straight up swap.
Yep. Because you say he played the 4. Rui's a more natural 4 to him.
Right, yeah. And I mean to keep it funky, they both threes, really. Mm-hmm. They both threes, but Rui got more body. I mean, you see him, he's like
skin and bones, dog.
Yeah, so like I'm taking Rui over him because I feel like I have a better chance with Rui being a reliable third scoring option than him.
Rui reminds me in a lighter sense of Horace Grant.
Okay.
I'm not saying he reminds me but in a lighter, I could see, because Horace Grant was a very solid 4 and he was successful everywhere he was at, mind you. Right. This dude was with the Magic, successful. Mm-hmm. Bulls, successful. Lakers, successful. Mm-hmm. I should tell you something. Because I seen the video today. Who said this? Was it Tatum?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say a name, but I was looking at a video and they said it's not the most talented people who's in the NBA. It's the players who know how to play their role.
Right.
It's not the most talented. Can you accept your role and play it?
Right.
And Horace Grant was the ideal role player. Would you agree with that?
I mean, well, you know, in a lot of those cases, they make or break the superstars.
The role players?
Yes, they make or break the superstar success. You look at all them years that Chris Paul was the head guy for the Clippers, mm-hmm. and their role players consisted of the likes of an old Caron Butler, mm-hmm. Eric Bledsoe,
right?
Even the Jamal Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because as good as Jamal Crawford's game is, he's never contributed to a winning team.
Right.
So role player, and I just brought them up because that was a team that people felt should have done more.
Clips.
Yeah. That was
with that roster.
I don't look at Blake Griffin as somebody worth talking about. I look at Blake Griffin as a glorified role player.
I'm not disagreeing with. That's why when people try to compare him to Sean Kemp,
yeah,
I don't know about all that. But
he's a glorified role player to me. But that's just my personal opinion. But the consensus of the world is that Lob City should have won a championship.
Whatever. I don't see the I didn't see the defense like them and
I'll
like
tell
I said,
you right now. At that point in time, Lob City didn't want nothing to do with Memphis.
Bro, what defense they play? First of all, and two, Blake Griffin couldn't shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like he can only dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like at the end of the day, I get what you like. Houston, I'm looking at them. They got very, very, like you said, Utah Jazz-esque. They got some pieces.
They just further along.
But I wouldn't want to move. I honestly, the only thing, like when it comes to Houston, I don't know if I want to trade anybody unless it's like dudes that just not getting no clock and I can kind of improve, slight improvements that people can't see, but I can. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Not no big moves, just small, minor moves that improves the team that fit the system. These the moves I want to make because you have to let these guys gel together. OKC did it.
Right.
They wasn't winning like that for a while, and they all gelled together, added small pieces here and there, and now look at them. And that's what I would do with Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I would do.
Right. I mean, they technically don't need to make no big moves. That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
They don't need to make no big moves. Just keep what you got and let it continue to develop. Now, if you have some regression happening on any of these players' parts, then that's where you need to potentially.
At that point, you gotta make the business decision.
Right.
Now, I seen like a little post. Now I don't know if it was real, so I'm not gonna say the source, but I see posts saying there was 3 dudes that was interesting. I don't remember the third, but I see Devin Booker and Zion.
Huh.
Would you trade anybody from Houston for Devin Booker?
No, but if Jalen Green requested a trade, then I'll be like, I mean, can you get a Devin Booker? I don't know if you can get Devin Booker.
For Jalen Green?
And yeah,
you probably got to add something else.
Up, you got to add something else.
Nah.
Okay, so now if they was okay, so like say I'm Phoenix.
Okay.
And they offer me Jalen Green and Sengun for Devin Booker.
That's too much. You talking about if you Phoenix?
If I'm Phoenix,
I'll do it. Yeah, if I'm Phoenix, I'll do it.
Yeah,
but I'm not doing that for Devin Booker.
No.
Now, if I'm Phoenix, oh yeah, no doubt. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No doubt, no question.
But if I'm Houston, if you want Sengun, because like I said, I'm more inclined to trade Jalen Green than I am Sengun.
Right.
But if you want
Sengun, Kevin Garnett to him.
No, dog. It's all about the state of the league.
Right.
It's all about the state of the league. The state of the league makes me feel this way about certain players.
Right.
So, like I said, Sengun to me, he's the 3rd best center in the league.
So he's an untouchable to you.
Yeah, he's an untouchable to me.
All right.
Unless you offering me Jokic or Embiid.
Embiid?
Yeah.
He won't even be available.
Well, I'm just going based off of like health and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But but like I said, they got the other Thompson brother.
Yeah.
Because
he's the better one, isn't he?
I don't know.
It's Amen and Thompson, right?
I don't know.
Amen. It's a certain Amen.
I guess yeah. So, whatever it is. But I'll trade this dude right here.
Dillon Brooks?
Dillon Brooks. I'll trade him. I'll get him up out of here
now,
quick.
Since we on Houston.
Walking in front of people.
What is Dillon Brooks good at?
He's good at being an antic. He's good at getting under people's skin, getting under other people's skin and taking their mind off the game.
In the game of basketball, on the floor, if you throw it in his hands, what can he do?
Nothing reliably, consistently, nothing. But the only what he will bring to the table is he will take the focus off of basketball and he'll turn it into something personal. Because you're gonna be wanting to put this dude in his place.
Okay, so let me ask you about the
which is a thing.
Is he more valuable than Patrick Beverley?
At this point, maybe. The only reason why I say that because of his youth, which he still has the ability to run around and whatnot, his size. You can say that he's a better shooter than Patrick Beverley.
Really?
Yeah. Because I mean he ain't no slouch from out there. You know, I mean he actually can shoot a little bit. His form just doesn't look right.
Patrick Beverley be hitting open shots too.
If you give him 10 shots, how many shots he making?
Pat man?
From the perimeter.
We say the same.
Whatever you say about Patrick Beverley, I'm gonna say Dillon Brooks can make one more.
Man, look here.
I mean, and look, I don't care for Dillon Brooks as a person. I don't care for him as a basketball player. But it is what it is at this point. I mean, this is a young man's game.
Would you have him on your roster?
Who?
Dillon Brooks.
Only if I'm desperate to fill a spot. If I'm desperate to fill a spot, then I'll reach out to Dillon Brooks. But if I got that spot already filled and he would be coming in to be a backup, no, I'd rather just have a deficit at that position.
So pretty much, I agree. Like, listen, I'm going to ask you this. Did Dillon Brooks improve? Okay, let me ask you. Was Dillon Brooks a good piece for Memphis?
Yeah.
Is he a good piece for Houston?
I don't think they really need him.
I'm just asking you now.
I don't because Houston got more quality players outside of the deficit of Ja Morant. You know, like Houston doesn't have a Ja Morant type of impactful player. They got good players like Jalen Green. He's a good player. Sengun is a good player, but neither one of those players have a bigger impact than what Ja Morant brings to the game.
So let me ask you this. I'm not going to ask you what would you trade, what player would you trade for him? I'm asking, so if teams called you, if you Josh the GM in Houston, and teams called about, not Sengun, but Dillon Brooks. What players would you be willing to trade off the top of your head for Dillon Brooks?
If team called me and said they want Dillon Brooks?
Yeah. What would be your price?
Let me see. It depends on who's the team that's calling.
Miami.
If I'm Miami?
If Miami called you and they like, so we want Dillon Brooks, who do you want for him? On some fair stuff, though.
On some fair stuff. Would you say that? I don't know.
Would Hero be a fair trade?
I was thinking about that, but I'm not sure because Hero can single-handedly win you a game sometimes. Because he's a scorer and he's inconsistent himself, but he can individually win you a game sometimes. Where Dillon Brooks, I can't recall one game where I can say, yeah, Dillon Brooks was why they won that. You know, I can say that about Lonnie Walker. I can't even say that about Dillon Brooks. for Dillon Brooks, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. I already know that Jamie Jaquez is untouchable.
What about Butler? After all that situation, you don't think you'd be able to?
You gotta give up more than Dillon Brooks. That's when you gotta start being like, okay, we'll give you Jabari Smith and Dillon Brooks for Jimmy Butler, which is technically not a bad trade.
Yeah, about to say I'd do it.
That's more fair than anything else.
Because
or maybe you can get Kevin Love, maybe
for Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, because
now Kevin Love, to me, underrated four. I think going to Cleveland changed the whole trajectory of his career.
Well, he's another player that has all the skill, but he couldn't win. He never made the playoffs.
Let me ask you this. I ain't even know. You know how we do. We drift here. That's what we do in that finesse. So y'all can't be used to it. It is what it is. We go all different directions. So, Kevin Love or Al Jefferson?
Al Jefferson is more so my kind of a big. Elite post game with the rebounding ability.
I love Big Al.
Now, Kevin Love, he brings more offensively to the table.
Because Kevin Love get down low too now.
Yeah, but he ain't the same beast.
No, he not.
He ain't the same beast. It's like comparing a leopard to a lion.
Oh.
When you talking about some down low stuff.
All right, was Kevin Love not getting 30 and 20 in Minnesota?
Yeah, but where was those 30 coming from? Because we know a big chunk of that 30 came from perimeter shots. A big chunk of that 30 came from perimeter shots. Now his rebounding ability, can't nobody argue with that. His rebounding ability was cold, but like I still ask myself, like, how you not make the playoffs with Pekovic and
Well, once again, it's head of the snake stuff.
Yeah.
Have Kevin Love ever been the head of the snake guy?
Has he ever been the head of the snake?
Like, is he head of the snake material?
No.
But that don't change how good he is. Just because everybody, let's look at it like this. When you work a job, it's only one boss.
Right.
With a bunch of employees. Right. Everybody can't be a chief.
Right.
Everybody can't be a chief.
No. Because the chief holds the most responsibility for the success of the tribe.
Everybody can't be a chief.
So the chief is always carrying more weight on his shoulders than anybody in the tribe.
But when you building a team though, you got your chief, but you need them cold Indians too.
Right. Yes. Everybody is needed. But, it's like trying to compare body parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, the heart is the heart for a reason. The brain is the brain for a reason. The liver is the liver for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So,
you're right. It's roles.
You need everybody. But, you seen people get their heart replaced. You seen people get their lungs.
But guess what? What happens when you have to
never heard anybody getting a brain replaced?
Absolutely not.
You never heard of that.
That was a bar. I like that.
You never heard of anybody getting their brain replaced.
He's spitting right now. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? That was a bar. But guess what? When you actually get a heart replaced, you gotta take medicine for your life. When you get an organ replaced. So you still need extras for that to function when that replaces.
Right. So you're right, but it's still replaceable. Technically, to a degree, it's still replaceable. Even though it's the second, probably the second most important organ that is in the body. So some people will argue it first, but the fact that it's replaceable, kind of like
the heart.
Yeah,
the heart can. This thing, not to go off into some health stuff, but the heart, you can have heart issues, but you can strengthen the heart too.
Right.
with the heart issues. You can strengthen it. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily do that with the brain.
Right, yeah.
Once that's damaged, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, look, Dylan, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. This made me sound unpopular.
Dylan Brooks is like,
Dylan Brooks wouldn't be on my roster, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He wouldn't.
No, I can't deal with nothing like that.
Only if I'm desperate. I
can't. Even if I'm desperate, because you can't even score, dog. Like, you can't, like, look. Even if,
I ain't gonna say
dog, I can't give it to him. Look, man, I can't give it to him on the ISO. Well, look, at the end of the day,
not everybody on the team is to be that.
But check it though.
Can you do that with Reggie?
Who, Reg?
Yeah.
No, but check it though. He's selling tickets still. Like, this is the thing, right? If I'm trash, mind you, if I'm trash, I'm talking bottom of the barrel, right? We gotta get the revenue.
You're not wasting my time with Dylan Brooks.
You gotta get some revenue.
I'm starting from scratch.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm drafting Connect.
Even Connect is nice. Even if I'm middle of the road, I'm still not dealing with Dylan Brooks, man. Because I can't even, my thing is this. If you that much of a headache, this is my thing. If you a headache like that, you better, I better be able to throw it to you, and you can split double teams and all that. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, if Dylan Brooks was on my team out of desperation, it's gonna be under some strict stipulations. It's gonna be like, you not talking to the media at all. Just shut up, come in, play the game, come in, take your shower, go home. Go home. I don't want to see nothing about you talking to nobody.
Right.
I don't want to hear it. If somebody asks you what time it is and you have the nerve to tell them what the time is,
right.
You're getting fined.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I cannot have, look, man, no shade. I mean, but I don't like dudes that get in the way. Like, my thing is this, and I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a roster, if you official like that, naturally I give you more rope because you cold like that. I gotta come talk to you every now and again. Look here, man. But if you not cold like that, if you not out here selling me tickets, like, because it's business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Who walking around with Dylan Brooks jerseys?
Nobody.
Who walking around with Dylan Brooks shoes? Any of that shit.
Does he even have that?
I don't think he does. But I'm just saying, any of that. Does he have none of that? So this is the thing. You know, this is not like, you know, some people like Kobe, you can deal with that type of attitude. Like, all right, I can't believe he just missed that, bro. That's Gobert.
He's straight trash, dog. Straight trash, dog. This dude is whack.
Wemby looking like dog. Come on, man.
Could have did that.
Anyway. They play for France, right?
Yeah, France. Oh, Dennis Schroeder.
And Germany be getting cooked low key.
I like that hustle right there.
But you know what I like about the Olympics, not even straight, but that's what we do here. What I like about the Olympics, they stay, or even overseas, they arena stay full. Stay full.
Yeah. I mean, look, if anybody has any questions about the differences in environments, you know, just look that up on YouTube. Look at the difference between playing in the professional league for the US and playing in a professional league for another country, and tell me which one you rather play for.
And then overseas, they don't look at your age as an indictment. If you can play, you can play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it seemed like it's more like fun, dare I say.
That environment over there, bro, like you talking about functioning under pressure and under the lights. I mean, playing over there is kind of the equivalent to some college atmospheres that just don't never turn down.
Wouldn't you rather play in that, or would you rather play in a half-empty arena?
No, you would always rather. I mean, well, if you a dog like that and you want to perform for the like the best against the best, and you want to show that you the best again in the crazy situation, is that Kenneth Fareed? But anyway, you want them lights because your whole point of proving that you the best, it's not just a personal thing between you and your opponent. It's for you showing the world. So don't even mention this dude with my name.
Exactly. Gobert wilding out right now, dog. Gobert clowning. Let me ask you this.
No.
Would you trade Dylan Brooks for Gobert?
What I need him for? I got something.
That's the question.
I got Sengun.
Sengun a 4 or is he a 5?
He's a 5.
Sengun can play the 4 though. Would you trade?
No. I'd rather just release Dylan Brooks.
You'll cut him?
Give him his walking papers and just be like, okay, look.
Nothing for him at all.
I'll go to the 13th, 14th, 15th guy on the team and be like, you wearing that jersey for a reason. It's time for you to show me why. Yeah, it's serious.
Would you trade Dylan Brooks for Isaiah Stewart?
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Isaiah Stewart. Here, you can act all kind of fool whenever we play against this dude.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, Houston, I don't think they need to make any crazy moves. I think they have a solid roster. They need to build chemistry.
Yeah.
They need to build chemistry just to improve because at the end of the day, not every team needs to make trades to improve. They just need time to play.
Right.
And actually, improve themselves. Because Houston got a nice, they're all right.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, I think they're all right.
They got every slot that you need for a team filled.
Like now, I'm not saying don't listen to phone calls now.
No.
If somebody call you with something official, take it. But I mean, for right now, they not hurting and all they got to do is improve and they can be in the playoffs. No problem.
Right. So next year, if they stay where they at, I expect Houston to be in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, Houston should improve beyond this year.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, a whole lot of things gonna look different out west because when you look at the teams that didn't make the playoffs out the Western Conference, I feel like Memphis is gonna be back there.
Are they?
Yeah, because Memphis was just Ja Morant not playing away from being in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, Ja Morant not playing. We talking about Houston right now. They was only 5 games behind Golden State. Did Golden State get better to you?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So Golden State could be one of those teams that's going to be on the outside looking in. Sacramento, they gonna be up there.
Better. They got slightly better.
They got slightly better. New Orleans, we still waiting to see what they do with Brandon Ingram, but getting DeJounte Murray does change things.
Yeah.
The Clippers.
They don't have no distribution though.
Right. The Clippers and the Phoenix Suns is the teams that I expect to drop. The Lakers, they gonna probably stay in play-in position.
You think so? They didn't make any significant moves.
They drafted Connect. They got the same.
Now Connect, because this is the theory of this whole show, right? Connect. He's fired. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Is he gonna get clocked?
Who gonna stop him from getting clocked?
JJ Redick.
Well, this is JJ's first draft prodigy, so I don't see why he will hold him back from getting clocked.
Oh, this is a JJ Redick selection.
Yeah, this is a JJ Redick type of selection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is.
I thought maybe that was Pelinka or something.
Well, I don't think Pelinka is that smart to draft good. Think about it. I'm just saying when you think about the Lakers' history, they don't really have a lot of players on their list that they can say, oh yeah, we drafted this dude and he stayed with us and we did really good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the Lakers. And they finished 7th seed that season. So
they're not getting better than that.
I can see them staying and playing.
They're not getting because they didn't make any roster moves. Plus nobody wanted to come there. And then you got a rookie head coach. Look, don't be surprised if they're not in the play-in, bro.
I mean, who gonna kick them out? I'm trying to figure out. Is Golden State better than them?
No, but they do get hot though. I mean, they have no clay though, so.
So I mean, I don't know what the deal is here.
If I'm
New Orleans probably can, but I don't know. We still gotta wait and see what they gonna do.
We see how Zion got off on LA when they played, but then he ended up getting hurt on some phantom stuff.
Right.
Like, so, what was the injury? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. But Zion is the pulse of that team.
So let me ask you this. Would you trade Zion if you New Orleans?
Heck yeah.
What offers are you willing to accept for him?
At this point,
off the top.
At this point, if I'm New Orleans and Houston's serious about this Sengun and Jalen Green stuff, hey, look, I'll be like, here, y'all can have McCollum and y'all can have Zion.
For Sengun and Green?
Yeah, for Sengun and Green. Because not having Valanciunas hurts.
Bad.
That's a gut punch.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's a gut punch.
Yeah, he the definition of you ain't gonna appreciate him till I'm gone.
So, Sengun going over there, that would make me, be like, here, y'all can go ahead and have Zion, dog. Like, this dude he couldn't push the plate away at first. Then second,
he said he could push the plate away?
Yeah, he couldn't push the plate away at. Ooh, that was nasty. But second, look at this mess right here. See, this is why foreign dudes we question the dog that they got in them.
Mm-hmm.
Because watch how quick this dude go to smiling.
Oh man.
Watch this. Okay, so look, he mugging him right there. He mugging him. And then now it's time to start smiling.
Why would I be smiling?
Exactly. So, there's a certain type of dogs in the world, dog.
Can the U.S. lose to France?
If they play with their food. That's
because the French, like, they play aggressive, dog.
Ain't that what's his name? He was drafted by Denver, I think. Remember that point guard that they had?
A point?
Yeah, it was a point guard that they had.
I gotta look and see about that, man. They whooped Germany. Man.
Yeah.
France. Is France a sleeper to the U.S.? With Victor over there?
I mean, they got NBA players over there too. But anyway, back on topic.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, just stay with what you got.
I wouldn't make any moves.
Yeah,
unless they're undeniable. Like I'm gonna say this. I'm not rushing to make any moves because I have solid dudes here that I can build upon.
Right.
Now, do I know what their training staff is like? I don't know. Every training staff different.
I know Udoka is gonna be over there doing all kind of dirt.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I just hope the rumors about Sengun and Green is not true.
Well, even if they are, I mean, look, Portland, swap him and offer Anthony Simons straight up. You get the same thing.
Who?
Jalen Green and Anthony Simons. You get the same thing.
Man.
You get the same exact results. You get the same exact results. They
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that right now. Jalen Green been averaging 25 points and it still doesn't turn into wins.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Don't he got Sengun with him?
Yeah, he got Sengun.
Where's Simon Sengun?
Where's Simon Sengun?
Where's his Sengun at?
He don't have a Sengun.
Even though Aiden should be that and more.
So what you saying? Simons is a better player? Is that what you saying?
No, I kind of walked into that a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely just said that. You definitely said that with ease too.
No.
You said that like you was about to make a hard point, and I'm saying like, oh, okay, so you saying he better than?
No, look.
He don't have a Sengun. He don't have a Van Vliet.
But wouldn't that? But
he don't have a.
But wouldn't that mess with the stat line though? Because you gotta. Because Sengun.
They both do the same exact thing.
I'm talking about with Jalen Green and Sengun.
What?
He's not going to be able to score as much with Sengun around. He's not.
Who? Jalen Green?
Yes.
We seen that Sengun is a willing passer. Jalen Green gets his opportunities here. I mean, look. What you saying? You want him to go from shooting 25 shots a game to shooting 30 plus?
We know the stats dip. Simons, first of all, he's not the main handler of the rock. I think that's Scoop.
This year it was Scoop. Last year it was Dame.
Right. So, I mean, and then Ayton. As much as I like Ayton, I do love Ayton, but he's not. I look at him in the same veil as Ben Simmons.
And
he don't do what he's supposed to do.
So Portland got a unique problem because they starting center who is available don't got it in his chest
at all.
They backup center that got all the talent to be a great center is just never healthy.
Who's the backup?
Robert Williams III.
Oh yeah, man, he came from Boston.
Yeah.
Josh loved the scrappy dudes.
Yeah.
He loves the scrappy dudes who can't score. He loved them dudes, man. Look, can't put the ball in the basket for nothing. Love them guys.
And man, look, I'm going to tell you right now.
You got to score to win.
Every team needs one of those guys. Every team needs one of those guys. Like I said, my favorite center was Ben Wallace. Undersized.
I have nothing negative to say about Big Ben at all.
Exactly.
Nothing.
But undersized center. When you talking
height. Was he really undersized?
When you talking height. Undersized center when you talking height. But his physical prowess.
His physical made him 7'2".
And his athletic ability paired with that made him be able to compete with every center that stepped.
Whenever you stick a headband around your arm, you know what time it is.
Right.
You know how far them boys stretch?
And so just think about how far away we are from them times of centers. Like I said, Nikola Jokic is the best center in the league. Joel Embiid, when healthy, is second best center in the league. And after that is Sengun.
I'm not arguing with you, but
Robert Williams, if he's healthy, he can compete with all three of them dudes. Not on the offensive end, but defensively. First of all, Jokic ain't gonna be bullying him around.
Josh be coming off base like a mug, dog. Like Robert Williams.
Listen,
he's all scrap. Like that's what he is. Like you know what I'm saying. So
he gonna fight with you.
Remember Birdman?
Okay, and
you mean to tell me Robert Williams better than Birdman?
I mean, I think so.
At doing what?
Everything. He's just as athletic. He's a better rebounder than Birdman is. Definitely. Blocking shots, they about the same. Birdman just probably did a little bit more because he was available more.
Look here.
Birdman was bigger, taller and lengthier. But Robert Williams, he's a undersized, scrappy center. It's just his body is portraying him.
Right.
If he was healthy, I feel like if Chauncey is the smart guy that I think he is, if Robert Williams was healthy, he would be starting over Ayton. And Ayton would be looking for another home. Just because Ayton don't got it in his chest. Ayton don't take his opportunity and show you why he's a starter.
Even if he's hollow in the chest.
Very.
I get that, but you starting Robert Williams over him, dog?
Heck yeah. You wanna know why? Because I got some young kids on my team that I first of all, they the future of my team, not Ayton.
You right.
So I want them to shoot the ball, not Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Williams is the perfect complement for that team because I don't need to run no offense for him. Mm-hmm. He gonna come in, he gonna clean up, and if a putback dunk or alley-oop and the opportunity that exists for him, he kicking it back out.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, man, because it's like.
But with DeAndre Ayton, it's like, well, one, because he don't have it in his chest, he even when he gets the ball, it's like you don't know what you're gonna get with this guy.
It's like Bronny. But all right.
Hey, look, yeah. hey, look, it is what it is with him. So
Houston, to conclude them, they don't need to make moves. They just need to grow.
Yeah, they just need to grow.
I would say at the end of the day,
growing pains.
I would answer the phone, but I would be a very stiff negotiator.
Okay. Yeah.
That sound fair?
Yeah, because the other team gonna know that I don't want to give up the players that they asking for.
Right. I'm gonna answer the phone to see because, like I said, it's not like we championship contender here.
Right.
So if I'm able to if there's a move that you call me with that I feel like I can go up the step a little bit, I may have to do that.
Right.
We gonna say them other two.
Yeah.
We gonna upload this, clip up the shorts and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we gonna finish this up because it is midnight.
Yeah.
So, well, make sure you like, subscribe, share the content.
Peace.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We will be back soon. Peace out.
Peace.
Welcome to F&S Network. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the content. Can I rap real quick? Can I rap? On the path to being the best power in the airwaves, jingling the way we break it down the game. Wide body on the highway, we not in one lane, no nonsense. Logic with every topic. The talk too real, the party we not invited. Want the truth? F&S subscribe to it. The death shows, just play and ride to it. The voice is more important than the image. Feel every word spoken, no need for camera tricks. We on the grind, freeze corner with Jay sideline. DBP next in line. Though gotta feel he didn't know when you're fired. We in it for the long haul, the fatigue's off. We don't get tired. Nah, we don't get tired. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. F&S Network.